I know you're a sophisticated guy. The world is a mess. The world is as angry as it gets. Well, you think this is going to cause a little more anger? The world is an angry place.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Big man with an island.
Knock it off, you guys.
Take that away. What are you?
Predator billionaire. City boy.
I know guys worth none of that, worth 6 or 7 of you. You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
A hero? Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Charlie. Everything special about you came out of a meme.
Shabbat shalom.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a wonderful Friday night tonight. What a great week it has been so far. The last week of January, the last week of the first month of 2026. It's moving along a little quick, okay? You know, 2026, wild start. And honestly, it hasn't stopped. Okay? You know, we started out the year with Maduro getting nabbed, the Cubans getting discombobulated, and now we just got stuff still happening, okay? Stuff is still happening, but it's been a good week. We've got some memes to look at today, okay? A few funny things have happened. Some interesting individuals will be very excited to be checking out the soap dispensaries in prison if all goes well. We've got 3 million pages of Jeff Epp files, which is wild. We have performative fitness influencers doing wacky things. Sorry, I can't use the words I want to just yet. And then I know, I gotta bore everybody to tears here, but there is some actual gun news that we have to look at, unfortunately. I know contracts and other nonsense. We might even join an X Space in a little while. You know, maybe talk a little bit with Faceless, the man himself. Well, I do have to credit for the Scotty K Fitness downfall, which I'm a big fan of, big proponent of, honestly. But before we get to that, Richard, how's your night going?
Good. Das ist good.
Das is very good. Anything else? Just that? I
Just
kind of tee you up to give me a second to make everything else,
well,
while
I
I'm
was
checking everything in the background, and then
just
sometimes it's
wondering.
just that.
I'm looking over your shoulder there, and I'm seeing that it looks like Anna's holding you hostage now. She got a trigger tied around that, or a
Oh
string
yeah,
tied around that trigger.
yeah. There's that. I didn't even realize it was actually. No, I can't do that. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
don't do that.
Yeah, no,
Don't
it's
do that.
fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. They're not going to kill us.
They killed us. We're dead, and we're good.
Actually, you know what's probably funny is I'm pretty sure that would be my son coming in here to look through it because he likes looking through the optics. And so he probably just moved it to where he could see through it better, which happened to be at the back of my head while while I'm doing something else. Probably not, but you never know. You never know. It could be funny. But
I thought it was comical.
now, what is actually comical is there have been some new suggestions. There's been some new suggestions for Knights Armament logos. There's been some interesting product updates to go over. Thank you there. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Thank you for that. Very much appreciate it. Mr. Something My Timbers. Wild. Anyways, we got some new CAC logos to look at here. Something's a little different here. I do have to say though, like if I saw this on a medieval crest, you know, the pitchfork and the axe, like a peasant uprising as their symbol, it goes kind of hard, you know? It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. A few things happened.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And then we also have, now that's a good logo. I think that's a contender for a few good ones, right? But we also have the new Modern Knight action combo. Now this one here I think is being sold by KE Arms. Now I did block out the price tag of this because YouTube is a funny place, okay? Like if I told you how much a rake and an axe cost at your local hardware store, I don't think they'd have a problem, but this combo for some reason I was a little more skeptical. You know, you can get the tray special, the Modern Knight combo, the Wombo combo. I wonder if it comes with a guarantee for knocking out security cameras. Now the price, I mean, it's not, the price isn't a secret. It's $150, you know, that's all it is. But I'm always skeptical with on YouTube and guns and getting kicked off for mentioning numbers and certain orders with attached symbols referencing currency. It's just really obnoxious sometimes. Super obnoxious. Are they drop safe?
Yes.
No, not quite. Actually, let me see if I can find that article real fast before we get into it. Trey Knight arrested. Because there was actually an article that had a few, here it is. Fox 35 Orlando. That's what I was looking for. Excuse me. Because we actually have the full story here. What? Where? Excuse me? It's still pulling up. Can I just copy the link? Copy link. See if it's actually going to pull up. Maybe my internet is crapping out. New roll mark. Maybe. 150 with the wind chime. That's true. That's actually a missed opportunity. They do need to add the wind chime.
Yeah.
The wind chime would be a good look. Kind of sad that they missed out on that. But where is... I want just the article. Not a forum. It's literally man with pitchfork is the... There we go. Finally, it pulled up. All right. Man with pitchfork, hatchet arrested after attempting nighttime break-ins, deputies. A Merritt Island homeowner ran from a man accused of trying to break into homes, authorities said. Investigators identified the subject as Charles Reed Knight III, 54, who was seen on video damaging property with tools. Knight was arrested after resisting deputies and was charged with assault on law enforcement, resisting arrest with violence, trespassing, battery, and burglary. A frightening confrontation unfolded in Merritt Island after a homeowner reported that a man tried to break into a house, authorities said. Investigators said the homeowner and the suspect had a scary encounter, but no injuries were reported. The backstory, authorities said, the suspect had been walking through the neighborhood and attempting to enter homes Surveillance video shows a man removing a wind chime, striking a security camera with a pitchfork, and later switching to a hatchet. Investigators identified the suspect as Charles Reed Knight III, 54. He was arrested on multiple charges, which we've already gone through. According to Brevard County Sheriff's Office, a deputy responded at 6:19 a.m. Wednesday, January 20th, to a report of a suspicious person at a home in Hillview Circle in Merritt Island. Multiple callers reported a man knocking on doors, asking to be let inside homes, damaging security cameras, hitting garbage cans, and tearing up yards. The deputy arrived to find several people in a driveway who pointed out a man later identified as Knight. The deputy said Knight did not respond to commands, made noises, which we heard a lot of noises being made on camera, and refused to drop items in his hands. When the deputy attempted to detain him, Knight pulled free and threw punches, missing the deputy, according to the report. The deputy deployed a taser, causing Knight to fall. Like just little manic Trey Knight getting tased and falling to the ground. It is a bit comical. Obviously, it's very sad, but as far as like detaining a man on drugs, like that's about as good as it goes. Authorities say Knight continued to resist and refuse commands to place his hand behind his back before he was forced into handcuffs. So this is from the people that he was actually terrorizing. He literally terrorized us with an axe. It was like a 1970s horror movie, said resident Laura Bowles. They need to get him a lot of help and get him out of the area. So Knight's bond was set at $26,000. He cannot have access to alcohol or drugs. His attorney says his family is trying to check him into an alcohol treatment program when he bonds out. He has also been ordered not to return to the area of the alleged crime or victims. So yeah, something about him having to have a device on him that monitors his blood alcohol content so that he can't drink or do anything else. But the man kind of just needs to be put away for a moment for his own good, whether, you know, and if that's county or if that's in a rehab facility or something. The man legitimately needs help, and so does Knight's Armament. Now, funnily enough, I don't know if I saved the screenshot of it, but there was a Knight's Armament Facebook group was banning anyone who posted anything about the video of Mr. Knight destroying property, attacking whatever it was, whatever it is that he thinks he was doing.
Even somebody who made a joke about it, even one guy who said, now we're censoring that, and they went off on him for being fat and ugly and then banned him.
Yeah, former member of the group, right? I think that was the word that they used. Former member of the group. Let me see. Where is the actual footage of it, though? I know I have it around here somewhere. Where did it go? That's the problem when you have too many. You can never have too many, but I have hundreds or thousands of clips floating around, and I do not see it handy. Either way, I mean, we watched it like 20 times the other night. Right. We get it. Everybody gets it. Everybody knows what happens. I mean, this is about as accurate to the ordeal. Now, there was another article that I was reading that alleged like he was actually physically chasing people around. And that's why like the neighbors were like gathered together, because at certain points he had been chasing them around while armed with an axe and pitchfork, and had also been trying to get into houses. Who knows for what reason? Right? If it was just a drug-induced stupor, if it was he thought he was fighting demons, who literally fighting demons, you don't really know, right? But will Hop be in the body cam? Actually, that's a good question. I wonder if Hop has ever managed to get a hug out of Charles Knight. Could be good. Could be good. All right. Well, another thing, which I find quite funny here, Richard, before we get into more serious topics, is this headline from Popular Mechanics of all places. Just take a look at this for a second. All right, this is a real headline with a sucking feral pig, which I find very funny. Just everything together makes this hilarious. Highly intelligent and possibly invincible, super pigs are invading America, with just a smug, smiling pig on the side.
Pork maxing.
Pork maxing, yeah. Nobody has ever been more vindicated on this site than the guy a few years ago who got dogpiled for saying he needed an AR-15 to defend his children from hordes of 30 to 50 feral hogs. Yeah, if you live in a place with these guys and you don't have some sort of pest control situation going on, like, probably should work on that, all right? That's racist. Well, so I thought this is what they meant. So I think that they just put the wrong image there. right? So I think this pig is just really upset that, or really happy, honestly. That's why he's smirking, is because he's kind of pulling a fast one, so to speak, right? He's getting all the attention from the real invader, from the real super predator. And I mean, many such cases here.
Isn't it weird that this one is the one that won't eat the other one because it's not kosher? Or I'm sorry,
Not kosher. What's the word? What do Somalis believe?
ha-
Somalis don't eat.
haram. It's
Oh, is
haram.
it? Oh,
It's
that's
not
right.
halal.
That's right.
Halal,
It's not.
haram.
It's not halal. It is haram, right? I forget
Yes.
which one's which. I also
Haram
forget a lot
is
of the
bad.
time that I don't
Halal is
care.
good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Supposedly.
maybe if it was a 6-year-old girl, you could marry it, but you can't eat a pig. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. All right, real quick, I gotta post this to Instagram real fast. So, right now, Faceless is hosting an X Space, going over the Scotty K Fitness stuff, which I do want to give a little bit of preface for before we get into it. But then we will probably hop onto that space as well. Give me 1 second to post this up
What's it? What
to
was
the
his name?
gram.
Scotty K
Scotty K
Fitness.
Fitness, Scotty K Fitness, Dick, and
Oh.
something like that, you know. But no, as the title implies, Yosodomy Sam. I thought Yosodomy Sam was pretty good. I didn't come up with that.
Very
I
good.
stole that. I stole that from somebody else, and it was very good. So,
That is
as
very
all
good.
great memes on the internet, they are simply stolen from somebody else. But before we do that, Richard, I gotta call you out, man. Honestly, like, this has been going on for way too long, and maybe this will be an intervention between me and Richard right now to cure him of his incurable illness. And honestly, a lot of you people in chat need to be woken up to this disgusting, degenerate behavior and its consequences. Okay, so I'm gonna call all of you guys out right now. All right. SoCal stripper accused of decapitating her boyfriend captured in Mexico. Latinas are a no-go, guys. All right, I'm just gonna say it. You think she's bad? You think she's fun to hang out with? Latinas are a no-go. No, don't do it. Not even once. All right, you want to end up like this guy? No, he was like, it's a bad Latina, adult star, adult entertainer, as they say. Dude, I'm living the life. Next thing you know, no head. His kappa was detated. Unbelievable.
I just need to know if the head was worth the head.
Yeah, maybe a fair trade. Maybe a fair trade. Best trade deal of all time. What? You haven't even seen her yet. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, no, this is her driving the getaway plane or something. No. So a California stripper. Yeah, I know, right? You think it's worth it now?
No.
Some of you guys are so deep down the Latina hellhole, you don't even realize you're in there. All right, you got
no.
Stockholm
I have
syndrome.
standards, sir. They may be low, but I have standards.
Well, you haven't seen her in her getup with a bunch of makeup on. This is her mugshot, okay? So I mean, she's a 4 right now, or she's a 2 right now. Maybe she could be a 3, or she could be a 4. Okay, you don't know, man. Stillwood, unbelievable. A California stripper accused of decapitating her boyfriend and leaving his headless body inside her home has been extradited from Mexico. Just normal Latina things, all right? You know, you like them because they're wild, but that wild comes with some downsides, okay? I'm just saying.
I would like to retract the previous would.
Too late. Alyssa Marie Lira, 23, is back in Southern California after her capture in Mexico nearly 5 months after she allegedly decapitated 55-year-old Enrique Gonzalez Carbajal. Well, at least it was, same team. Same team. Well, I mean, listen, the pimp, the sugar daddy, whatever was happening here that caused 23-year-old firecracker to take this man out.
Yeah, I was to say something about this seems a little bit more than just her boyfriend.
Right. Well, what's a boyfriend to a stripper? It's a sugar daddy, or it's a relationship of convenience, or it's a pimp.
He is the corner chair incarnate.
I guess, yeah. I mean, a 55-year-old man, probably the best he could get. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he had some money and he wanted a younger girl, but the younger girl that he could actually get because of his, characteristics.
This screams either dealer or
Could be.
possibly even trafficking situation.
Cash register. Man's body was discovered inside Lyra's Anaheim home. Homicide detectives had identified Lyra as their main suspect and learned she had fled to Mexico. The couple had been dating for about 2 months and met while she was working at an exotic dancer at a local strip club. What a lovely story. You know, this is a crazy love story. All right, you're working as an exotic dancer. You find an elderly man who's throwing you some cash, and you're like, this could be the start of something special. 2 months later, you leave his headless body in your apartment and you make your way to Mexico. I mean,
Your audio just went quiet, like very quiet.
Oh shit! Damn it. Let's try it now. Hello.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
you're
happened.
good.
Anyway,
You're
so
good.
let me go back to the love story. Okay, this could have been a wonderful, beautiful love story with a tragic ending. You know, you're a 23-year-old exotic dancer. You meet an older man at the club who, instead of throwing you ones, is throwing you fives, and you're like, this might be the one. Okay, 2 months later, his headless body is discovered in your apartment, and you know things just go downhill from there. A little bit of a twist ending there, but fair enough. All right. 2 months. Yeah. Local police worked with FBI and Mexican officials to locate and apprehend the 23-year-old. Lyra is accused of decapitating her boyfriend and leaving his headless body inside her home in Anaheim, Orange County. You want to know the biggest crime of all, though? Is that this house is probably like $1 million. That's probably the biggest crime.
And it's gonna sell for at least that much after they clean it up.
Okay.
Because you know the county is gonna seize it.
Do you think it's worth more or less now that it has had a man decapitated inside of it? Because there's some unique factor to it. Okay, so if I was the realtor, I'm like, listen, where are you gonna live? Some normal house where it's just like normal things happening, or like there was a drug deal gone wrong here, somebody got decapitated, abuela was fleeing to Mexico. Like there's some history here, there's some story, right? You can use this to sell the whole thing.
So I think that it's probably going to be worth more for the simple fact that the county is going to be the ones who seize it and sell it. Right? So they're going to jack the price up.
What was
They're
the
gonna get their money
decapitation
out of it.
tool? I hope we get some clarification on that. Hopefully it wasn't like a pair of scissors or something. Jeez.
No, rumor has it was a Trey Knight's axe.
Oh, so sorry, what?
She used Trey Knight's axe.
Oh, right. Yeah, which you could pick up from your local hardware store for $199.99. See, I don't know.
That's
I don't
terrifying.
know, you guys. I don't know,
No.
guys. I feel like a lot of you guys would be chomping at the bit. All right. I'm just saying, I think some of you guys are a little down bad. I've seen what you guys have said would to on this show before. Okay. She was taken into custody January 22nd, turned over to Anaheim police homicide detectives the next day at the San Ysidro port of entry. Lyra faces 1 count of murder with a felony enhancement for using a weapon. What weapon? If convicted of all counts, she could serve a maximum sentence of 26 years to life. Dude, 26 years for cutting somebody's head off? I feel like that's light. I feel like that's pretty light. Dude, there's still woods in here, dude. There's still woods in here. Unbelievable. The investigation and prosecution are a testament of the tenacity and dedication of Latinas. I guess not of you guys. You guys are not good on crime, so don't try and spin this into a W, okay? You guys are hella cringe. Maybe if she wasn't here in the first place, we wouldn't have this sort of degenerate behavior going on. But listen, guys, all right, for the people still saying would in the chat, for the people still saying she can be fixed, I can fix her. You can't, okay? I'm doing my best here to try and fix you guys, to cure you guys of your ailment, of your Latina fever. There's got to be a better word for it. Your abuela maxin, as they say. And if this doesn't do it for you, I don't know what else to do, okay? All right, I'm literally shoving a decapitated corpse in your face and saying, look at this. This is you on Latinas, all right? Don't do it. Not even once. Not even once, dude. Tragic. Dude, 23 years old and already abuela maxing.
Yeah, this is you. This is your brain on Latinas. It's in her fucking fridge.
It's yeah, she has the head in her purse. Crazy. She don't need no fixing. All right. Desire for the hot sauce. Okay.
Well,
okay.
like
Well,
I said, she gave him head and she decided she needed to take it back. So
no refunds. She was like, bet.
Talk about an Indian giver.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Now, speaking of somebody who would not be an Indian giver, who would be looking for that sauce, who would be wanting that sauce, we have. Oop, stop playing.
Ooh,
That's loud.
very loud.
We have the one and only the Don Lemon, though, not the other Don. I mean, both. You know, either or here. Goddamn's crazy eyes. How about these eyes though? Although I don't think most people in jail will be looking at his eyes, if I'm honest. See, the one thing they got wrong here is that Don would be excited in this position, okay? Don
Yeah,
is
he'd be smiling.
salivating. Don is salivating here, you know? It's like
Well,
he's
I
dropping
mean,
the
it
soap
is
too much
running
and
down
people
his
are just
chin.
getting tired of it at this point. Yeah. Damn, the internet's fast. True, dude. It's a little gay, but I mean, it's literally P. Diddy and Don Lemon, so it's gay squared, dude.
Don't you dare. That ass belongs to me.
And then, of course, Tim Walz running in at the end. Just not yet, Tim Walz. Okay, you got to wait your turn. Got to wait your turn. Although, to be fair, how funny would it be if Don Lemon ended up in the same prison as like Maduro, as Mangione, as Chapo, as all these other guys? Wouldn't that be funny? Put them all in the
Yeah.
same cell together, oiled up,
And-
see who comes out on top.
And then a quote unquote person imitating a federal agent can attempt to break them out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you caught that. Someone.
Oh no, I didn't. What happened?
Someone attempting to be, or someone posing as a federal agent attempted to break Mangione out of federal prison.
Oh, that's actually really funny. Was it some like down bad liberal? Was it a girl or a man? Okay, I gotta know.
I'll pull the article up for you. Go ahead and.
Slimy Chud says he's gonna meet the Bussy Basher. Well, you know what else is funny about this whole thing? Some things are they're just comical, okay? The way that it works out, it's just a little funny, okay? Breaking, Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents, and they arrested him under the KKK Act. Priceless reaction. No, apparently it's something to do with the KKK Act because he's terrorizing a church, and there was something about that in the legislation that was, built up around this during the civil rights era. So yeah, they charged him under the same thing. So let me see if I can find here's the whole indictment here. Object conspiracy. Let me make sure this is the first one, actually. Okay, so city's church, Christian group, house of worship located, introductory allegations, blah, blah, blah. At approximately 10:30 a.m., the church pastor was leading the congregation in a liturgical service. In that service, the church's pastor and congregation were then exercising and seeking to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship, a right that is also protected by federal state codified in the Title 18 United States, blah, blah, blah. After the service commenced, a group of approximately 20 to 40 agitators, correct language there, including all the defendants named in this indictment, entered the church and coordinated a takeover-style attack and engaged in acts of oppression, intimidation, threats, interference, and physical obstruction alleged herein. As a result of defendants' conduct, the pastor and congregation were forced to terminate the church's worship service. Congregants fled the church building out of fear for their safety. Other congregants took steps to implement an emergency plan. The young children were left to wonder, as one child put it, if their parents were going to die. That's a good one to put in there. Allegations set forth above paragraphs 1 through 4 of this indictment are re-alleged in the incorporated herein by reference, blah, 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 conspired with one another and with other persons known and unknown to the grand jury to injure, oppress, threaten, intimidate multiple persons, including the clergy, staff, and congregants of the city's church in the free exercise and enjoyment of the rights and privileges secured to them by the laws of the United States. And because such persons having exercised such right, namely exercise of the First Amendment, of religious freedom at a place of religious worship as secured by blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so they're saying Jamal Lytle Lundy, that's a good name. Don Ronaldo Lemon. Don Lemon. Now, what's funny is Don Lemon's defense is, of course, like, oh, well, I mean, actually, I was just there for, to what's the reward? To report on the whole thing. I was just there, not to help them, not to aid them, but I'm just here as a a journalist, a journalist, as some would say, right? I can't be arrested for what I've done. But then, of course, there are documents and communications proving that I don't know if conspiring is the correct word, but he had communications with the protesters, with the agitators before them entering the service. He also provided material support for them, bringing them food and other items. So, I mean, to say that he's not intertwined and is not a active agitator in that situation, because he's going to say, "Oh, I'm just a defendant. I'm just there to report on all of this. I'm not actually part of the group, even though I'm, leading with it." Working with them on it, providing them material support and whatnot. And I am glad that, somebody like this gets thrown in jail for at least a little bit. Okay. Even if he's back out on bond, even if nothing ever happens, which is always a good bet. It's always a good bet to put it all on nothing ever happens. It's just funny. Okay. And it's a little taste of something. That's all. Now, of course, you have the gay retards on the left being like, Don Lemon has been arrested. Could this change democracy forever? It's like, no, you just don't get to disrupt a church service. That is not actual exercising your First Amendment rights. You're depriving somebody else of theirs. And again, it is just funny that he's getting charged under the KKK Act. So it's a nice little cherry on top. Okay, that's all. And also important, this is coming from people who cheered on when Trump was arrested, when all the J6 guys for doing almost nothing were thrown in jail for years at a time, right? For being escorted down aisles in a orderly fashion, not destroying anything, not damaging anything. People like that were thrown in jail. These people were silent because they don't care, right? It is purely about outcomes. There's no principle. There's no greater purpose for any of this. It is purely to do damage against their enemies, and they will do the same thing to you without remorse. Do not listen to their fake moral fagging. Okay, that's the proper way to say it. This is moral fagging or lying in another way. And of course, the FBI raided my newsroom, and you said nothing because these types of people, well, they don't care about you. Okay, the power is a tool to use against you, and they want to do anything to stop you from being sovereign or exercising power against them in the same way that they're trying to do against you.
Now,
so the Trump administration.
Go ahead.
It's important to note that the quote there, FBI raided my newsroom and you said nothing. That's from James O'Keefe. He and several of his journalists were raided by the FBI because of the Ashley Biden diary. Someone from a rehab facility got a hold of Ashley Biden's diary after she left, and they sold it to James O'Keefe. Now, they couldn't verify any of the information in it, and when they reached out to Ashley Biden's lawyer, he refused to accept it because then that would have basically confirmed that, yes, it was hers. So they ended up paying good money for the thing, and then they just turned it into the local police as a lost and found item, and then didn't run the story. And then later on, FBI raided them for possession of that diary.
I do want to listen to this guy cry a little bit. And TMC is, yes, it's very, Don Lemon juice coated. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Trump administration wonders why people are saying that they are trying to form a dictatorship. Well, look at the landscape. Arresting Don Lemon, who covered a protest in Minneapolis, is...
Well, he was a part of it. He conspired with them and he provided material support. Again, it's like anytime that these guys are moving their lips, it's like you're just lying. You're just twisting the truth. You're poisoning. Well, get out. Get out.
Just insane, ridiculous, dictator-like. This is the playbook that dictators use to destroy democracies and take the will of the people away. It is as simple as that. The First Amendment.
It's funny how all these people run with that line, but won't talk about, was it Georgia election fraud that got litigated recently? Something like that. Crazy about will of the people. Something like that. Oh, was he one of the guys that wanted vaccine passports or made sure that you couldn't visit your elderly parents and grandparents in hospice during COVID? I'm just curious if you were interested in the will of the people, you know, will to something or other, right?
Amendment is the First Amendment for a reason. It is considered the preferred amendment when you have to start balancing what's more important. The framers of the Constitution knew that a free press was essential to a democracy.
Again, but you don't get to use your quote unquote First Amendment right to deprive other people of theirs. That's where the violation comes in. And that's what these people are charged with, right? Conspiring to, committing to disrupt this place of worship for these people in this place and time, to force them to leave, to intimidate, all the other things that they did, and filmed it, which was very smart. Very, very smart of them to do. And I hate it. We've gone over this before, but I hate it anytime one of these retards invokes the founding fathers, as if the founding fathers wouldn't take a look at a Somalian and puke. You know, it's like, I'm not sure you want to invoke the founding fathers when it comes to certain individuals and like illegal aliens being within the country. I mean, you could look up, you know, what some of them owned or what some of them said. Ben Franklin might not be a big fan of you, sir. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying he had some problem with Don Lemon Juice, okay? You know, had some problems with him. So anytime these people invoke the founding fathers, it's purely as some sort of weapon against you. They don't actually mean that in any real sense. They don't care one way or the other. It's purely as a weapon against you because they know that you might care about it. Okay, so it's completely disingenuous. Ignore them, push past that. Just it's all smokescreen, facade.
Without a free press, you don't have a democracy. And it's real clear.
Oh, yeah. Well, Don said that the fact that they were upset was white supremacy, right? We looked at that clip with that disgusting goblin woman the other day on the Redoubt stream, and it was like, oh, yeah, it's really, these people are so upset and privileged that they don't want their church service disrupted by a mob of agitators. It's almost like white supremacy. It's like heckin' white supremacy that they don't allow me to disrupt their church service and deprive them of their First Amendment rights. It's like heckin' white supremacy.
Clear that Donald Trump and company doesn't want a free press. The idea that a journalist, which Don Lemon has been for 30 years, would walk into a church and film a demonstration which is of national interest, and then to say somehow, when you watch the video, they say he's part of the protest. Watch that video. He is covering the protest. He is
right, but that's leaving out the material support and the communications before, after, and during the setup. So, and also him being an active participant in the entire affair, which again, is anything going to happen there? No idea. Probably not. But anytime these people run to the defense of agitators, on a certain side only, of course, you don't need to take it particularly seriously. Now, this is funny. Okay, here's the article that you sent to me, Richard. Man allegedly tried busting Luigi Mangione out of jail with a barbecue fork, pizza cutter, while posing as an FBI agent. What a wild title. What a wild title. 2026 has a bunch of those. It's insane headlines. Okay, we got Super Predator, Invincible Space Pigs invading Texas, and we've got barbecue fork, pizza cutter attempting to bust out Luigi Mangione. Wow, dude,
Totally
I
not
need to
a
have
fan.
a picture. I need to have a picture of the guy like with one of those glasses with the nose and the eyebrows on it. Totally a federal operative. Minnesota man armed with a barbecue fork, giving Florida man run for the money in this case. A Minnesota man armed with barbecue fork and a pizza cutter was arrested at a Brooklyn jail Wednesday after allegedly impersonating an FBI agent in an attempt to bust high-profile inmate Luigi Mangione out of custody. According to a criminal complaint filed in the Eastern District of New York, Mark Anderson was arrested at the MDC after claiming that he had a court order authorizing an inmate's release. While the complaint does not name the inmate Anderson sought to fee, a law enforcement source told Fox News it was Mangione, the man accused of killing UH CEO Brian Thompson in December 2024. Damn, that was already over a year ago. 12 months, almost 13 months. When asked for credentials, Anderson reportedly presented his Minnesota's driver's license. Close. Claimed he was carrying weapons. All right, fair enough. And threw a stack of documents at officers that an FBI agent described as legal claims against the U.S. Department of Justice. Man, schizo posting on Maine, dude. That's wild. Let me take a look at this arsenal. Okay, so what do you need to break Luigi Mangione out? We got a pizza cutter, very used, very gross, a unclean barbecue fork, and a driver's license, dude. This is schizo maxing.
Ah,
I kind of respect it in a way.
I was hoping
The
that
new-
they weren't going to show his driver's license or mugshot because I had a
oh
leaked
yeah,
image of the Minnesota
leaked
man.
image of it. Uh-huh. Oh
The
no, I thought you were gonna give me a Sam Hyde image. No,
no,
not
that's the
another
Minnesota
Somali.
man.
Ah, yes. New York City police responded. Anderson was taken into federal custody. Maybe he just wants to be with Luigi, and so he was just trying his darndest to get in there with Luigi. And he's like, maybe this will work. 1 in a billion shot. This works, and I get him out. If it doesn't work, I still gonna be in there with him. Okay. Although very unlikely. He's probably going somewhere else. Hopefully a padded cell for this guy. I mean, I'm assembling a team and this guy got left behind. Very mad, apparently. All right. Well, where do we start here? I think where did I put them all? I have a bunch. Did I think I'm missing one clip actually for the Scotty K Fitness stuff. Did I hide it? I must have hidden it. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure it out. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second, gents, as I find these. Because we're going to talk about performative rage, performative masculinity, very, very silly people doing silly things. Now, if you're not familiar with this, as I am fortunately also not very familiar, this is Scotty K Fitness, who is a fitness influencer with around 2 million subs. He has a bunch of sponsors, or I should say had a bunch of sponsors, and our one and only Faceless over here on the right. He's hosting the Twitter space, which we'll join in just a second after we get some background for you guys, okay? We're going to totally mug the space up. But this gentleman here with the performative masculine mustache, the, designer clothes with the hat, it's very liberal coded, okay? So the backstory here is he's a fitness influencer. He is generically lefty, liberal, progressive, safe space, pronouns, married a LGBTQIA plus woman, quote unquote. Not sure, no verification on that one way or the other, but he got very mad at somebody dropping the most mild homophobic jokes towards him or to someone else. And so he went down a dark, retarded path of doxing them, giving out their names and addresses to millions of people. And he thought that this was a good idea. I don't know how he could have thought that this was a good idea to dox a literal nobody for a harmless joke on his page. And he decided to dox them while acting, again, really tough. It's so performative. It's like, oh yeah, I was a bounty hunter and I'm gonna dox you. So he doxes these people to his millions of fans, and some of them disabled, some of them veterans. And it's just like, you just don't need to do that. It's just one step too far, right? Now, if you call them something back because they call you something mean, maybe, quote unquote, fragile masculinity or something like that, maybe you shouldn't be upset at a simple gay joke. I mean, just look at the guy, right? You think he's handled a few gay jokes in his life, if not handled a few other gay things in his life, all right? But Kevin Sorbo, who is this guy and what happened? And of course, this is
that coming from Kevin Sorbo, actual Hercules calling him out. That's great.
Yeah, I Keep Streaming says he doxed 2 people. The second person he also doxed their kids. Yeah, this is behavior that should get you kicked off the internet forever. Okay, not just the gay retardation, but also just the moral fagging. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it. So we'll look at his apology video where he's like crying and whining and whatnot. But a statement: he was a Rise athlete, which is something to do with the fitness industry. The fitness industry, if you're not familiar, it's really gay. Okay, like one of the top guys, Mike Israetel, is literally, this isn't even meant as an insulting way. This is just a truth about the world and its nature. But he's literally a gay Jew who faked his PhD and lied about it for decades and used it as his his claim to fame was that, oh, I'm a PhD. and blah blah blah, and this is why you should listen to my science cringe lifting or something like that. There's a few of them that are like that in the fitness industry. Surprisingly, as it gets
supplements.
of course, right? Everybody sells supplements. That's not even the problem, but it's literally lied about his PhD for decades and decades and used that to base all of his, again, science cringe lifting. And there's a few of him and his cohorts that are floating about. So the fitness industry, surprisingly scummy and gay. Maybe not quite as bad as the firearms industry, but it's, there's some correlations there. Plato imposter, true. Scotty's giving out insane fitness tips for free. You should have put that behind a paywall somewhere, bro. Says, here's a tip: lift heavy and often, and eat good. But wow. But that is literally it. So, anyways, Mr. Scotty K Fitness catching some drops from his sponsors, because sponsors don't like it when you dox children and families and disabled people. It's not nice. It's really not. Not only is it a crime in certain places, right? Because the laws are still not quite catching up to doxing and some other things, but not only is that a crime in certain places, but it's also just don't do it. Don't do it.
I owe you all an apology. For days now, I have been lying to myself, saying things like, I'm a good person. I've done a lot of good for the world. It's all bullshit deflection to keep me from taking responsibility for my own actions. I've built this entire platform on inclusivity and kindness. And I lost sight of that in my own ego.
Dude, I was so inclusive and kind. I had to dox random nobodies for harmless jokes on the internet. I also, if you haven't watched the original video or one of the original videos where he gets upset, he has like all this Fallout stuff in the background. And this is what I mean when I'm talking about performative masculinity, right? He's like, I don't think he had a father figure, of course. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna wear really nice designer clothes because, I want to look nice and feel nice. Whatever, it's fine. And, I say that as somebody wearing a suit and tie right now, which is a little bit overkill for a stream. Okay, a little bit overkill, I'll be real. But, his hat's all messed up because it gives him, I don't know, a more rustic look or something like that. The facial hair is just like this huge, like overbearing mustache. He's like, all right, in this video, he's like, all right, I'm going to get really serious now. What do? I roll up my sleeves. That's what I do. To show that I'm really serious, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. What do really masculine guys have? Tattoos. Okay. Now, what's my moral compass? What's my moral code? What has that weight to tattoo on my body permanently? It's Fallout stuff. It's like, entertainment. It's goislop, for the lack of a better word. It's like, all right, I'm going to roll up my sleeves to show that I'm serious, to show off my really hard Fallout tattoos, and then get really close to the camera while I'm doxing a man and his family to show how serious and kind I am. It's like, again, it's performative masculinity is what it is.
I lashed out at people. I responded to hatred with hatred.
Can we pause him for a second?
We can. What do you want to say?
He didn't respond to hatred with hatred. He responded to jokes
Let's say it was hatred. Let's say, no, I say you're gay in a really hating way. Like, no, I hate you for that. Like, who cares? Who cares?
You can say that. That's just, you go right on ahead. Yeah. And then my response would be,
kill yourself, faggot.
That is something you could say before the hour mark. That is certainly a clip you could play. You're fine. It's mostly censored. You can play that. It's fine. I don't mind. It's whatever. Little hop jump scare in the morning never hurt anybody, right?
I apologize for not being of character. The character that I promised you I all had. I hope that I hope that you can accept that. And if not, I understand. If you don't want to support me anymore, I understand. I hope that one day I can regain your trust soon. But for right now, I have to focus on the safety of my family.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I get it. People are mean online, but keep in mind, mister, that your 2 million fans, you dox someone else. Okay, you put their family in danger. All right? Not the other way around, buddy. Again, this is consequence of your own actions, my friend. And it is. Somebody said he's acting like a woman. It's really strange energy here. It's almost like a humiliation ritual, right? He needs to self-flagellate to make himself regain his moral character, to regain the moral high ground. He feels like he has to go through some sort of like, moral fagging, as I like to call it, right? It's so strange. It's so weird. You should just apologize and move on, or you should try and make it up to the people that you actually hurt, right? If you actually are, serious about it, you should be like, listen, I'm a really rich guy. I'm a millionaire. I'm going to take care of you and your family for this wrong that I did to you, right? That would actually rectify, that would provide restitution to the situation. But instead, you're going to like talk really, really slowly on camera. Well, it's all about yourself in this situation, right? He's still trying to get forgiveness for himself. He's still trying to regain his moral high ground rather than actually caring about the people that he hurt, right? So instead of actually doing something about it, something that could actually restore the people that he's hurt, he's, I'm going to take a break from the internet. It's like, yeah, you get to do that because you're a rich man. These other people don't get to take a break from living in their house. They don't get to take a break from all that. You know? They don't get to go on vacation for a while and put all this behind them until people forget. They don't get to do that. But you do because of the position that you're in, right? Tragic.
So I'll be back. I'll see you guys soon.
After he feels better about himself, he'll be back. He's like, don't worry, guys, I'll be back. Nobody was worried, bro. Not a single person was worried that the entertainer will be back. Okay. Now, how about a little primer of this real fast? This is Faceless. He's got a good video on this. Faceless started all of this. Good on him for getting this guy hopefully shaven soon. Hopefully very shaven soon. So we'll jump into his space in just a second, but we're going to give this a little bit of a listen here because he deserves all the credit. You guys should go give him a like, give him a follow. All that jazz.
Today is day number 4 of your timelines being absolutely bombarded with posts of a hicklib, soylenial, derp face, stupid mustache, uncle from Ozark looking ass gay guy known as Scotty K Fitness, or what I like to call him, Yosotomy Sam. If you were wondering why this is all happening or where it all started, and since I and my group of loyal henchmen known as Plunder Gang are primarily responsible for all of this, let me catch you up to speed.
Too many choices. I am your timeline. Worry not, okay? I've done all the doom scrolling. I've done all the compilation. I am your timeline, okay? I've replaced X's algorithm, YouTube's algorithm, Instagram's algorithm, and I've condensed it all here for you as a service for free.
I didn't know who Scotty K Fitness was until about a month ago. See, I am the creator of what I like to call luxury memes. And I take these luxury memes and post them to one of my many pages on the internet for all of you to enjoy. Scotty, being an influencer, took a few of my memes straight off my page, posted them to his page, and instead of tagging me or giving me any sort of credit, he threw me a follow. He threw the little guy a bone. And listen, I'm used to stuff like this. I'm a nobody. I'm just a nigga in a ski mask. But that's what originally made me decide to follow Scotty and keep an eye on him.
There is an interesting phenotype in GunTube and a little bit in PolitiTube as well of the ski mask bros. All right. We got Uncle OG, who's pink Power Ranger. We got Wang Af, Faceless, who's our green Power Ranger. We got PSR is it's a little different. It's not quite a ski mask, okay? But I like the ski mask phenotype, okay? So I think we need at least 4 or 5 to get all the Power Rangers together and assemble them in some sort of autistic super team.
And within just a few weeks of following him, I realized that he was a total piece of shit because I witnessed him dox a guy to...
Oh, look at the Fallout stuff in the background, right? It's so like cringe, heckin' look at me, I'm so zaced. It's so cool, isn't it? I love pop culture too. Don't you love the pop? Don't you love the pop culture? Isn't the pop culture like so cool?
Millions of followers just for saying that he looks like the gay uncle from Ozark. That's when I decided that me and Scotty are mortal enemies. You probably can't tell this about me, but I am an OPSEC oriented person. And I think doxing somebody to millions of people for leaving a joke comment just so that you have an excuse to virtue.
Well, it looks like, sorry guys, the white Power Ranger already taken. Dibs on the black Ranger. Okay, we got black, we got white. Technically, Jake is like the brown Ranger, like, which sounds, Jake, I'm sorry, the brown Ranger just does not. You got to get a different color balaclava. Okay, the brown Ranger does not sound right. Yeah, we're gonna erase that. Jake is not the brown Ranger. That was, I'm sorry, Jake. Damn, he's not even on stream and he's still catching strays.
Signal to your libtard base and receive a bunch of yes queens is kind of a shitty thing to do. Plus, if you are a pro-homosexual, anti-harming, marginalized groups idiot, you'd think that your fan base would get a little offended for having such a major reaction that you did towards someone comparing you to a prolific homosexual on TV. He didn't call you a faggot like I would. He just said you look like the guy. So I screenshotted that guy's name and had been trying to get a...
See, look how minuscule, look how little it takes to piss some of these people off. It's like, you look like a gay guy on TV, and the guy had to dox him to millions of fans for insinuating that he looks like a gay guy on TV. Not even harsh. Not even harsh. And now he's getting a lot worse. Deservedly so. It's like that. People talk about like, oh, the right is so like fragilely masculine. Okay. It's like, that's like when somebody calls me an incel and I'm like, oh, okay. Really? Anything else you got there? I'm the most
Like,
reproductively successful man this side of Garantham. I'm like, yeah, oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
But
No,
that's the
I
problem,
think
is
it's
they
funny.
don't understand the definition of words. They just say words.
Yeah, well, they're like insult number 4. It's right. It's incel, fascist, Nazi, chud, maybe. Even though chud, we've taken over chud. We've taken over incel. I mean, it's tragic out here for them. They're really pulling up short in terms of the insult game. You know, I got a couple ones that I like. They start with F and N. You know, those are my favorite ones.
hold of him for the last month because a few days later, Scotty deleted the video and I was too stupid to save it. Flash forward to a couple of days ago and I see Scotty gaining a little bit of steam on the internet, posting a video rolling up his sleeves and condemning the sliming of a libtard in Minneapolis. And I go, isn't this the guy that just doxed somebody to all of his followers? Wait a minute. So I made the post and I said, yeah, this guy just like doxed someone to a lot of people. Funny enough, the stars aligned. And that exact same day, I was finally able to get a hold of the guy that he doxed on Facebook. The guy finally replied to me, and maybe he saw videos of Scotty getting posted everywhere, so he decided to log in. But I told him, brother, you gotta send me the video. Please, brother. The guy fought me on it. He told me he wants me to redact everything. And I said, listen, I know that I'm just a stranger on the internet, but believe it or not, me and a group of people known as Plunder Gang have been rooting for you. We have your back. I promise you, if there's anyone that understands discretion, it's me. Send me the video. After much discussion, he sent it to me. I redacted everything, sent it back for his approval. And he said, fuck it, dude. Let it rip. So I posted it, and we effectively expose Scotty K for who he truly is. I find it crazy that someone like this can post this to their social media.
But that's really all it takes. And that's the majority of it. I mean, you should go check it out. Faceless or Wang Af on Twitter, of course. He's been on the show a little bit. I invited him on tonight, but of course, really last minute, he's doing a live right now, which we're going to hop into. Now, Richard, on the live, they're going to be able to hear me. They're not going to be able to hear you. So
I'll just shut up.
Yeah. Now the audience is going to be able to hear the live chat. They should be able to hear me. So it's all going to work out fine. But Richard, you're the one left out in this equation. So Is
All right.
what it is. You can talk to the audience, you can talk to me, but the other guys can't hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's the bulk of the situation there. But now let's hop in here, hop in the middle, crash this place, okay?
Big Scotty K.
Yes,
I've been
dude.
told that multiple times.
Oh,
Multiple
no.
times. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. My friends have been ripping on me. It's been pretty funny.
That's awesome. I gotta blast this lazy shell animation out. This is amazing. My dumbass in my sick, delusional, half awake mind scrolled past it. But this is awesome. This is great. So I guess Slacker Blue, we've been waiting for him for a while. I'm an idiot. I didn't let him know. But let's talk about how's it going, Focus Trip?
Hey,
Real quick,
how's it going?
Hey, are you live right now?
Yeah, dude, we got 600 people watching us right now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, can you did you hear the whole reason we're doing this space? Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't. I was trying to catch my audience up on the whole situation.
Okay, I'll go through it real quick. We just told everybody, but you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I sat down today and I thought about what could we possibly do to reach some sort of amicable, agreement to kind of let Scotty K gain some sort of favor back in the eyes of the internet. And the only thing that I can think of is he shaves his mustache off and mails it to one of my very many PO boxes. I think I can let I can and will be willing to make a lot of this stop if I have Scotty K's mustache. What do you think?
Mega based.
Oh, real quick.
Stanton's
The
hair.
reason we need hashtag Shave Scotty trending. I want to wake up on Twitter tomorrow and I want to see on the main page that there are internet outcries for Scotty K. Flynn to shave his mustache. I want that trending, front page news.
No, my chat is
So-
very happy with that suggestion. Maybe something else, though. Maybe I'm confused, but Scotty K Fitness, pretty big guy, got lots of sponsors, got lots of money. Shouldn't he just actually make it up to the people that he doxed in terms of financial restitution?
Well, no, we want him to shave his fucking mustache.
Well, that too, of course. But I mean, if he wants to actually be a good person, as he morally fags himself online for being, shouldn't he actually make it up to the people that he actually hurt, right? Because
I just
the
want to say
mustache
real
thing
quick,
is hilarious.
real quick, in one of my videos, I told everybody that anti-moral fagging was the big thing of the year and the big 2-6, and I'm glad that we've already
That's what they're calling it.
That's what they're calling it.
That's
The
what
big
they're calling
2-6.
it.
Run this
the
nose,
2-6.
god awful nose. The big 2-6. No more moral fagging. We are going to bring good old fashioned shit talk back to the internet, but to
we're going to be moral straighting.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be moral raping.
Yeah, it's just
2026, everything's fake and gay.
Hey, it's the big
On,
26. All right.
You're talking about financial compensation towards Cody and the other guy that he doxed.
Yeah,
he didn't even apologize to him in his video.
Dude, I got so fucking heated in my video.
So we
dude.
just
I was
watched
so mad.
we just watched his crying video, and it's so performative. It's slow talking,
With the sniffles
it's
and the
all
slow
about
talking.
himself
Yeah,
too.
dude.
It's all about him, nothing about anybody else. And he's trying to regain the moral high ground. He's literally pretending to be, oh guys, I'll come back and I'll be better, without ever mentioning the people that he's actually hurt, that he has the ability to help in a real way, but he's just not doing that, because all he wants is the moral points, right? That's moral fagging, moral flagging. It's a humiliation ritual to put himself back on the moral high ground.
But he doesn't, we were just discussing this, he doesn't get to pick the humiliation ritual. That's not how this works. It's not truly a humiliation ritual if it's something you're willing to pick and do.
Mm-hmm.
So he must shave the stash and send it. Those are his only options. Now, Cody, you were directly affected by this. You were truly one of his victims. Which would you rather have? Some sort of financial, restitution, or the man's mustache?
Mega base, by the way.
Oh man. Well, That's tough, man. I don't know.
It's easy. The answer is mustache.
I mean,
come on, you're gonna trade a mustache for 150 grand? Come on.
Why not both though? It should be both, right?
That is.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He should
Okay,
mail
so
us on top
I
of
need
a
it all.
signed
I need it
check.
all. I need it all.
I've been talking to the other guy. We've been chatting back and forth, and he is in fact speaking to a lawyer. Don't know where he's going to go with that. Don't know what that's going to amount to. But he did say that this motherfucker has to break bread. That's what he said. He said he's going to have to break some sort of bread to make up for this. In some way.
I don't know what the money situation on the Scotty K Fitness side of things is, because they did crowdfund a taxidermied raccoon for $600, but I do also have sources close to Scotty saying that his coaching alone brings in multi six figures a month. So if that were true, I'm not sure why he would need to go make groceries for his brother, and for whatever reason, GoFundMe crowdsource through his Discord $600 for a taxidermied raccoon. But there's a lot.
Didn't they do that to their honeymoon too?
I'm gonna need an early.
They
live
did.
check.
They did crowdsource their
That's
honeymoon.
mega gay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need an early live check on this guy.
His wife's maiden name is Lindenberg, so
his maiden name is Kramer.
It's Kramerberg, actually.
You know,
I have the information in front of me. It's Kramerberg.
And not the cool kind where, you go in the Laugh Factory and say certain stuff.
Yeah, not the cool one, that super bass kind. But yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be on Cody. That's going to be, Focus Trip does have a point. I mean, I have my deal going on. Cody is completely within his right to demand something, something, a little something. I know the other guy is definitely looking into it. Is that something you're even interested in, Cody?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the truth is, we're not going to get nothing. I mean, nothing's really.
You can talk to us off stream if you want.
You might be able to get enough money to get a new ramp put in or something.
Yeah, feel free. By the way, to tell me that you don't want to say anything, yes or no. I'm completely fine with that. We did see that someone commented on, I think it was Runvis's post. It was called, is the bearded lawyer or somebody, some well-known lawyer?
The bearded lawyer is great. Yeah, the bearded lawyer he's good. He's like a fucking anti-shitfluencer lawyer. It's crazy.
Maybe we should talk to him and see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe we'll see if he's got any insider information. He'll definitely know whether or not it's worth your time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, who wouldn't want to take a nickel if they're given an opportunity, right? Especially from somebody who apparently has a bad outlook on
taking
things for
bands,
people,
not nickels.
Yeah. So I'm just some hillbilly in Indiana, man. I'll take whatever I can get. So I mean, but I don't know. I would be shocked if I saw anything. I mean, hopefully the other guy pushes it with an attorney. I don't know what comes from that, but hopefully he pushes it to get something to make it financially draining for old Scotty P.
And all of this is simply because you called him gay.
No, he made fun of him for having pronouns in his body.
I didn't call him gay. I was very nice.
He does not like when people call him gay, and I think it's because he's gay as fuck.
For posting some of the absolute gayest pictures I've ever
bared
witness
how
to
much
on the
closer can you
internet.
get your face to a man's asshole without actually just eating it? Like, I don't understand.
You heard it here, folks. Let me I think I have
stream, by the way, guys. We will be doing something else.
Yeah, we will figure it out.
I just said I'd hang out.
The limit exists, and we're gonna
power
find
bottom of it. I just can't believe the one of him dressed as Omni-Man. That is the zestiest thing I've ever seen.
No, I think the one where there's another guy holding him like fucking dick to ass.
Oh, the
like,
one where
that
he's about
one's
to
the
just get
gayest.
pounded on there.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like he's getting fucking like folded up like Piper Perry, dude. Like it's not a solid picture.
Can someone go ahead and post that, please? Thank you.
Well, that's like his one special move, right? Is the splits around somebody else. Like that's the one thing that I've seen consistently in his content.
He's doing splits on it. Yeah, that's
Some say he's bouncing on it like a frog or perhaps a toad.
Yeah, he's fucking straight up bouncing on that shit, wacky style.
Isn't he also a manlet?
Damn.
I put it in headquarters.
Google
face.
says he's 5'10", but every woman he takes a picture with is taller than him. So I don't know.
The
But
first
Bro,
male
he's definitely
spinner.
like 5'5".
Wild.
No way.
No,
5'10", absolutely not.
that's what
No
Google
way.
says. I don't believe Google.
Yeah, can we get?
I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe
I'm
we
just
can.
saying, bro,
If he wants
anybody
to,
that, like, I don't know.
All right, how about this? Where
not
he's at
looking that
some
up
sort
like
of
sport.
charity benefit heart association thing right now.
Yeah,
right?
he abandoned his family in their time of need to
Where
go to some
is
fucking
that?
event.
Where is that taking place? Do we know?
I believe.
To New
Yeah,
York,
New York.
Okay, we got hitters in New York. We got
He
I'm
was
gonna need
the
someone to
guy
bring that.
around.
we've got
I need someone to
henchmen
bring
in New
that
York.
strap.
Here's what I want. All right, henchmen who are listening to me.
New
I
procrastinator.
need somebody
No.
in New York,
No.
near New York. If you're 2 hours away, you're close enough. I need you to go with a tape measure right now. We the height of the man. Also, take measurements of his mustache so we know what kind of male.
Bro, I saw him walking at the Arnold last year. He's like every bit of like 5'6". He ain't no fucking 5'10".
5'6" is pushing it. I don't
that's
know.
what
5'6" is on the. I want to a benefit of the doubt here. All right, I don't want to fucking just go after all short kings. He's not a short king. He's a short faggot.
Oh yeah, he's got to. He doesn't want to lose clients. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, some of my clients are fucking vertically
Half your user
disabled.
base.
That's all right. But yeah, he's not over 5'6". He's just not.
No, he's 5'2", maybe.
He also,
Maybe.
bro, like I didn't know he was running gear. He's on fucking steroids and looks like
No.
absolute dog shit, bro.
No way.
And you know when you're shorter, it's fucking easier because you have to put on like 15 pounds of muscle and then you look like a fucking bodybuilder. Like he should be
a shorter lever of pull
fine.
as well. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
It's
dude, that's
different.
nuts.
It's different for him. He's transitioning, so it's actually a medical
on the
procedure.
transitioning from a bad person into a worse person.
Now I have a question. So if you get the stash, all right, intact, like waxed mustache, all of it, okay, does it go onto a special mask?
People are asking me to do like a sniff test, but you guys all know that I'm just gonna say it smells like penis, regardless of what it actually smells like. I'm not gonna do a sniff test. Yeah, it smells like cock and Astroglide and friction. I'm not gonna smell it. My whole thing is I want it framed in the Internet Hall of Fame. I just want to have it as a memento for this humiliation ritual.
It's a cursed item. That's going to be like Chris Chan's medallion.
Yeah, exactly. Cursed item.
It's got to be somewhere.
I'm
though,
gonna
like
have
on
to
display, a chain, a mask, something like that.
That's true. Yeah, we might put it on a mask and then display it in some sort of shadow box, just so people that come to the studio can take pictures with it, things like that. That's what I'm thinking. So he has such a good chance here to kind of get back into everybody's, I'm not going to say good graces, but something just to get himself back to square one, equal playing field. We're going to hate him, but we're not going to be going after him. So that's what I want. If everybody in here can hashtag Shave Scotty, please, for the love of God, hashtag Shave Scotty. If we all post it at the same time on Twitter, it will trend. We've done this before, right, Jesse?
If you haven't done it yet, you're being lazy and stupid. If you're here to have fun, you got to do it. Hashtag Shave Scotty. It's got to happen right now.
Imagine being a part of this moment if in the off chance he decides, you know what, they're not going to stop. They got FOIA requests out on me. They're getting to the bottom of these protection orders. They're hearing about how I worked at this one camp with younger people and these rumors and all this stuff. All he's got to do is just shave it off and it'll be funny. And everyone will be like, you know what, Scotty? Okay. They're not going to say he's a good guy, but they're going to be like, okay. All right.
But here's the thing too, and he needs to heavily weigh this as part of the decision. You will forever be bitch made by giving into the Shave Scotty request.
He's forever bitch made already.
True.
There's no.
Look, all right, hang on. That's a silly thing to say because let's face it, this guy, we've got pictures of him in a dress. We've got
That's
pictures
true.
of him.
All right, I wasn't factoring in the faggotry. That's on
we've
me.
got
That's
pictures of him spread eagle. This is a guy who there is no known humiliation.
That's a good idea
for
Russell.
a guy like this. The
He is a
only
humiliation ritual.
I think on a chain.
the only
goes
thing
hard.
we've got is that we know that he thinks that mustache is his identity. It's his brand. It's his look. When he's on the red carpet wearing a suit, he's got the goofy mustache and that stupid beat up hat. The hat too. I would like the hat. If Faceless gets the mustache, I feel like I should get the hat.
I think you should get the hat. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I agree.
Yeah, he's not allowed to wear the hat anymore. We just got to see his dumb bald head.
Yeah, which one smells worse? That's the question.
Well, I will now.
God.
Faceless said he's not going to smell the mustache. I will be smelling the hat. I will be investigating every scent, every odor.
And by the way, we said this earlier, but if there is a one hair of pube inside that mustache, I will know.
We will be going hair by hair to make sure that he's not inserting pubes.
That will render this verbal contract null and void. But let's talk about the phone call. Slacker Blue, amazing. The internet's detective is what they're calling him. He was able to procure the phone call within like 24 hours of this guy calling, right?
Yes.
How crazy is it that the phone call, there's the deep voice, the whole shtick is gone. It's like, so like I have like 10 million followers and there's people that are
Seems a little high.
me.
I fucking knew it was a
He
fucking fake.
immediately like flexed his fucking follower count like within
Right.
the first 15 seconds of the call with
So hey, I have 10
He
million
couldn't help
followers.
It's almost brilliant because it's almost like he knew that this phone
what's up,
call
Roz
would
Alerts?
be out there.
Yeah.
He saw it coming. It's almost smart that he did that. But every single lol cow does that. Like whenever they talk to anybody, it doesn't matter if it's the police, whatever, they're always plugging. They're always doing all of that stupid stuff. That's how you know.
Got to get the
this
money
guy's-
spread on him.
Exactly.
Hey, by the way, we got Roz Alerts in here. If you don't want to, he joined the speaker. Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But just to let you know, we are going to get hashtag Shave
Twink
Scotty
maxing.
trending. I want his mustache. I want it mailed to me. Everyone in here, if you could just go ahead and hashtag that, please. It doesn't matter. Replies, posts, quotes.
All right, listen.
We've done this before.
Grunt style
This is the type of
shirt.
thing Plunder Gang does. Just show out.
It kind of
Show
goes
up and
hand
show
in
out,
hand,
please.
or something else.
But back to the phone call.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed was that his voice, he is not doing the performative way of talking that he normally does in his videos, like that Shia LaBeouf tough guy voice that he puts on, instantly gone.
Yeah. No, like, hey there, champ. Hey there. It was just high
Hey there,
pitched. So he
champ.
dropped the voice.
I'm the dad I never had. Fuck off.
Yes. This
The
is my
dad I
1911
never had.
syndicate.
Yeah.
Once I heard that, I knew that was making more sense as what to led to the way he is.
Yeah, there's mommy issues, daddy issues, weight loss issues. What this guy, and I guarantee it's probably all stemming from that bullshit preventative therapy shtick that he pushes so hard. It's crazy. It's crazy that his whole identity is mustache, preventative therapy, fallout, and doxing. That's nuts.
What's his military?
Maybe
Wasn't
he
he
is a
military
trans
too?
dude.
Well, he's definitely transcoded. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, he has all the things,
definitely
all the
is.
tells.
So we could all agree Scotty K Fitness is spiritually trans.
He's too
Correct.
spiritually.
So he calls, right? And then what did he say? He's very calm. And you would think that if someone had been to your house, you would have told the police that, like, hey, the first thing you would say is, people are outside my house. He didn't say any of that. He goes, yeah, I'm getting death threats and like, people might show up. That's what he said, something along those lines, right?
He's already on a flight during the phone call. He's like leaving.
What's even better is his apology video is filmed in a hotel room in New York.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Oh yeah.
He's gone. He fled his wife and kids. He's like, peace. You guys got to deal with this shit. Bye-bye.
He's actually in his Fallout vault. I think it's 12. He's in his Fallout vault during the call.
252.
Fallout
That's
Vault.
the made up vault he has.
Man, yeah, that's he's kind of, all we need is just the mustache, and we can let something run this. Are you still, if I get the mustache, how can you sweeten the deal? Because I know you're your own thing.
All right, we're gonna quietly leave there. I was gonna say something, but yeah, hashtag SS or something, and get that trending. I think hashtag SS. That's the one that they wanted. Hashtag SS. Go ahead and check out Faceless. I put his link in the live chat. I'll do that a couple more times, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get you guys' support. And then finally, I know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but we are actually going to talk about what? Firearms on a gun stream? What the heck? New Troy rifles? I'm sure that's not going to be spicy for any of you guys. Yeah, hashtag SS Shave Scotty.
That was
right. I
super
think that's what it means.
Because did you notice the screenshot there from his Discord?
Oh, the love is love thing. Yeah, it's pedo map stuff.
Yeah. What?
Have you seen a picture of his wife?
No. I've only ever seen this guy in like one short ever.
Yep. Lightsport for 5 says, as someone in the sphere of bodybuilding, it makes me so happy to see the downfall of Scotty Fitness. Deserved. Mr. Zacatella, member for 4 months, says, I hope Faceless will be here to discuss. He's in his own thing. He's in his own thing. We hung out there for a few minutes. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it there, gents. Amorai Boy for 5 says, can't make the start of the stream, and I know you'll be late. So later and gayer than Donnie Lemon's bee-hole at a pride parade. Nothing is gayer than that. Thank you, Amorai Boy. CGB for $20, bro. Whoa. Picked up a 12.5 Mod 1 pistol with my G code. On an unrelated note, I happen to know of a very high-end Davidson Defense 7.5 that might be available for a really good dollar. Wow, what a trade. A Geisley 12.5 Mod 1 or a DD, the wrong type of DD 7.5. That's a tough choice there, CGB, but I'm glad that the code worked for you, sir. Glad to save you some money. It's known you know for 2 says, Officer Nate Higg is reporting for duty. Well, if you're reporting for booty, Don Lemon is ready to squeeze that juice. Okay. Thank you, known you know. Pauly B for 5 says, so Brass Facts reviewed the 1 to 4, $500 Elcan at home. The Strike-On VMP. Its 0 turrets are totally freewheeling and unprotected. Rest in pepperoni. Don't worry. The Apex 1 to 4 is shipping in 2 days. February 1st. So you got that one there. You got the 0 tech. There's like 3 1 to 4s on the market now for the variable prism. So don't worry about the Strike-On, 0 tech, and Apex shipping in 2 days. Thank you, Pauly B. CM Scar for 2 says, is HLX Pro the best light for the money? God bless. God bless you too, CM Scar. Yes, it is. Objectively, especially if you get one with the jack cap. Zanico, member for 4 months, says, what software do you use to stream? God bless. Well, I use a mixture of OBS for the camera stuff, and then I use StreamYards for the actual streaming interface of anything. But I pay $80 a month for it, so it's not cheap. There's a free version, but not as good. Bulge Deep says, N, member for 11 months, dude. Thank you very much for that. Lightsport for 2 says, NTAC and Knights Windchim collab? Whoa. That was a very difficult sentence for me to get out, apparently, but not as difficult as Trey Knight's Night in Jail with Mr. Don Lemon. Actually, that would be terrifying. I'm pretty sure that would be one bear that Don doesn't want to crack.
Nightmare.
CJB 5677 becomes a YouTube channel member. Thank you much. Appreciate it. Dumb Daryl for $20.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Dumb Daryl for $20 says, for the time you and your wife took to hand out the Geisley codes or the G Money codes. Christ is king. Christ is king. God bless and Godspeed. I hope it worked well for you. Dumb Daryl, appreciate the 20. CZ Respecter for 2. Funny way to say gay. Says, how dare you slander Latinas like this? Listen, she decided to cut her boyfriend, drug dealer, pimp, sugar daddy's head off. Okay, not me. Okay, I don't make Latinos act stereotypically. They do that on their own. Understand for once for 5 says, any idea how to tune a 6-inch 300 blackout 1 in 5 twist DIY build to run reliable with subs, supers with a suppressor and a bootleg BCG? Save you some time, man. Yeah, drill out the gas port. Whatever the gas port is, make it bigger. Like literally make it bigger. You have a adjustable BCG. Make the gas port bigger. That's it. Make the gas port bigger. And you can tune down from there. Thank you, Understand for once. Aaron, VT6GH for 1 says nothing. I don't even think you get to say anything for $1, but thank you. Slimy Chud for 2 says he's going to meet the Bussy Basher. He's going to be excited about it too, and that's the worst part. Polly B for 5 says Don Lemon AI prison clip and Sam Hyde reaction has me laughing like Agent Smith getting the Oracle's eyes. Dude, the Sam Hyde clip is just, no matter the context, especially when in the context is that Don Lemon is getting tried or arrested under the KKK Act. It's funny, all right? There's a little bit of Schadenfreude. Doc the Og Enjoyer for 10 says the FACE Act not only prohibits interfering with abortion clinics, but also interfering with the First Amendment right to worship. If you can jail praying outside of a clinic, you can get these guys. Well, if that's what it is, I mean, that sounds like UK type stuff, but it is funny that it's based in really gay civil rights era language, right? But the fact that you can use it against them, I think that's a little, even though overall it's probably still bad. Detachable penis for $20.
Gay.
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
I did not say gape your gas hole. That is not what I said. That is not what I said, Reformed Renegade. I did not say gape your gas hole, but that would fix his problem. Detachable Penis for 20 says the guy trying to break out Luigi is a known schizo poster from Mankato, Minnesota. He has been posting increasingly schizophrenic posts to his Facebook for the last 6 months or so. Was fun to follow and no surprise. All right. Cool. Good for him, dude. Jay Lewis for 10 says, I hate the people that hate me. Get after them by any means. The end. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. Thank you, Jay Lewis. Appreciate it.
Morning, Jay.
Dick's Beater. Go ahead.
I was just saying, morning, Jay.
Dick's Beater for 2 says Harvey runs live playbook, pretend not to understand. What? What happened? How's it going? What? What do you mean? They can't do this. Yeah, that's like 99% of discourse online. Robert Holla for 2 says when life gives you lemons, check for lemonades. Whoa, but honestly true. Very true. Sage advice. Although maybe just don't hang out with lemonaders. Hess over on Ko-Fi becomes a Ko-Fi caffeine creep. Pez for another 3 says, thanks for all you and Richard do. Discord invite, question mark? Yes, Pez. Send me a message afterwards and I will get you an invite. Niger Me Timbers, little booty fart, says they're going to tattoo titties on Don Lemon's back. Whoa. Whoa. Thank you for that, but damn, I'd never want to think about that ever again. Berserker says how much to get Task Force Tater and Faceless on the same stream just to call Young Waco and Kenny slurs. That would be funny, dude. I would love to do that because Young Waco, he deserves some slurs, all right? We'll get Faceless back on when there's something that actually pertains to something Faceless is interested in. Lightspore, Rape Scotty to Death for 3, says, what do Trench Grenade and Scotty K have in common? Both have gay effing views and ice, and both don't have CIBs. Polly B for $50.
Bloody hell, we just got our asses kicked.
Skibbity toilet riz. Okay.
I don't understand. Care. No, again, I don't fucking care, brother. Come on.
Okay,
I don't
great,
fucking care.
But
What's good about this optic?
For $50 says, thank you for all you do. If you happen to have any G codes left, I'd ask for one, but that is my preference. Anyone who needs a coupon more than me gets one first. As recently as 2023, I still work for Ford, wrenching on their awful product. I was in the poverty tax bracket. Hey, me and you both, bro. But I did give away all of my codes, all but one that I was going to use for myself, selfishly, sorry. But maybe, you never know. For $50? $50 for code? Wow. Thank you for that. Paulie B, much appreciated, sir. We appreciate you helping us out. C Runner for 2 says, so guys, Trump diddles kids, big if true. There are lots of allegations in there. You don't need to trust it one way or the other or defend it one way or the other, but none of this stuff would surprise me, right? Which is why I am firmly in the camp of just never supporting a mainstream politician in some sort of like moral basis, right? Like Trump is the guy, he's our guy. You might support something that he does or something like individually that he says, but being like a MAGA guy, being like a Trump guy, really weird, right? Really weird. Don't do that. Thank you, C-Runner. Appreciate that. White Power Ranger for 2 says, it could be the supremacy they think it is. Yeah, it's they think we're living in a fascist hellhole, and you know, maybe they should let us give it a shot. You never know. Pod Namo 147 over on Kopai says, if a Plan B suppressor muzzle device on a 14.5 or whatever is so close to where they would be on a 16-inch pin and weld, would it be pointless? Like the 14.5 Liberty Bell MD is not better than a Reardon R2. Correct. So like if you use one of those like pin and weld muzzle devices where it extends where the suppressor actually mounts, like the LPMs or some of the Wolf packs that you can like pin on a 13.9, but then you still have the suppressor where it would be on a 16-inch, like congratulations, you just paid a lot of extra money for nothing. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, this is a very good point, Pod Namco. I Keep Screaming says he docks 2 people, and the second person also docks their kids. Yeah, that's why he needs to shave the mustache. Shave the mustache. Maybe something else. I think he should be forced to pay money. Lightsport for 2 says he's only sorry because Rise Good Company dropped him. Well, that too, right? Once it hits you in the finances, that's when it's a problem. Thank you, Lightsport. Lightsport again for 2 says modern Fallout fans are basically Disney adults. True, dude. Hasn't been a good Fallout game since Fallout 2 and New Vegas. That's it. Thank you, Lightsport. Amorite Boy for 2 says Zorp the Brown Beehole Ranger. Lightsport for nothing says this is a firearm channel. Well, sometimes. Jay Lewis for 5 says I bought an upper from you. It didn't ship 0.1 seconds from my order. Lawsuit incorporated. Nope. Actually, someone has been waiting on an upper that I needed to get a specific gas adjustment knob from Rifle Speed from. And it's going to be here on Monday. So it's going to be shipping on Monday. My apologies on like the 4-week lead time. Thank you, Jay Lewis. IIR Boogerman says Don Lemon going to have a gay time in prison. And it's going to be gay in all the ways. Happy and homosexual. Understand for once. For 2 says what size to drill it? Bigger than what it is, right? So if you measure it and it's like, I don't know, not an 1/8 of an inch, like you could probably go up to a 125. A 125 would probably be all right. Because again, you have a gas mitigation system in your bolt carrier group. So you can always tune it down, but you need to get enough gas in there to run subsonics unsuppressed. That's going to be the hardest thing. So you got to open up the gas port. Let's go. All right, finally. Oh, sorry guys. Firearms. Now, this is interesting. I didn't even stop by the Troy Industries booth. Something about the ghost of that, you know, child and a wife haunting the booth or something like that. But Troy Industries pushes the envelope with innovative guns, suppressor, and arc rail. And apparently these also won a contract somewhere. And I was like, Troy winning a contract in 2026? What the heck? Let's see. Shacho, Troy T1. So Troy is no stranger to government contracts, and the T1 rifle is just that. The Troy T1 has been in development for several years. Looks like any other AR. Looks like a standard Troy AR at that. And it won a NATO soft contract last year. The rifle is offered in 14.5 and 11.5 inch barrel lengths and works off of a A5 style recoil system with slide hammer style 2-piece stainless buffer. All right, interesting. So we're going back to the long buffers and tubes because people are psyoped into that. The T1 features the Gen 2 sock rail that Troy is known for with the texturing on it, which I guess people like the texture. They're all going Mark 1 in that way, right? So you get the really aggressive texturing on the rail itself. Oh, sorry. On the rail itself here, which is so strange to me because a lot of these guys are wearing gloves, so it's not all that helpful. or they put on other grip panel on top of it. So you just like added a bunch of extra machining time for basically nothing. Like, yeah, I know it has foreign contracts as well, but I guess it's nice, but they're all doing it now. And I'm like, you just don't need it.
It is adding extra machining time, but it's also making it to where they don't have to worry about their machining be as clean, because it's covering up like any blemishes that might be there would be run through with that pattern. It's gonna,
I guess. Let me see. That's just the tooling path.
Yeah.
The T1 features the Gen 2 sock rail. So, and then speaking of suppressed, the T1 rifle was adopted in tandem with the Troy Cryptos suppressor. So, I mean, to me, that just looks like a standard, like welded suppressor. So I don't know if there's anything actually special about this thing, but okay. So it's a suppressor rifle combo. The NATO soft unit agreed. Oh, sorry. The recoil magazine named the Cryptos suppressor the quietest 5.56 can on the market, and the NATO soft unit agreed, which again, just random, it's like they might be really cool dudes and they might be really good at what they do, but I don't always need their interpretation of like, analytics or like their input on performance and stuff like that. Because some of these guys are very good at a very specific thing, and they're just kind of grug-brained about everything else, to be honest. This is a reflex-style suppressor that sits over the flash suppressor and around the barrel and adds volume to the can that cuts down on sound while only adding 4 inches to the barrel. So, yeah, it's a big can, and it's quiet. So this has got to be the 14.5 then. So it's a short rail with a large can over top of it. So, yeah, that's why.
Adding 4 inches, that's a lot.
Well, 4 inches is a lot, but if that's all that they're adding past the muzzle, not including like the 4 inches or 3 inches behind the muzzle as well. So it's a big can. They're like, wow, it's the quietest can on the market. How did you do it? We made it really big. And they also show off the PDW because they're all going for this PDW thing as well. Geisley has their GFW. Sons of Liberty Gunworks has their Mark 1 SD. Troy Industries has their PDW type thing. So they're all kind of going after these same contracts, which is like, okay, it's fine. It's cool. What stock is that? That looks like a Magpul SL, right? And then I'm not sure about the SB, they're the PDW stock. I do not know which one that is from, but looks like it does the job. Probably not super comfortable. Is what it is. But yeah, Troy getting a contract in 2026.
Did that little one
what the
have
heck?
a QD mount in the front of the buttstock? That really short one?
Let me go back to it real fast. Share tab. This like on the back of the butt pad itself or on the front of the butt pad?
Yeah, right there.
That's possible. That's what that is. I mean, I wouldn't
I
want one
don't
there, but that's
hate
not.
it.
It's not terrible if you're like looping it around the outside. I guess that works.
If it's the only place that you've really got to put one on there.
Right. Let me pull this one up real fast because FDW has a good post on all of this stuff. He's also a great page to follow if you want all like the latest breaking on this stuff, because that's basically all that he posts here. There we go. Okay, so Troy apparently beat out FN, CZ, and HK to win this contract. So Troy Industries won a Special Forces contract in Europe for their T1 rifles and were awarded both the rifle and suppressor contracts for their 11.5 and 14.5 T1 rifles. The suppressor is Troy's Crypto 5.56 Reflex suppressor. They stated that 10 units are currently using them. So again, it's a reflex suppressor. So is this the 11.5 or is this the 14.5? And I do love the double riser. The reverse riser in the back that bridges the upper receiver and handguard. And then they have their, is that the new EOTech sitting in front of it? It's an interesting look, okay? And that one must be the 14.5. So if this is a 14.5, that's got to be the 11.5. So that is not, it doesn't go over the barrel very much then. Interesting. In Europe, so it'll never get used. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Europe invests so much money sometimes in their rifles that will actually just never get used for anything. All right. Looks like tacky ass crap. It's tacky is a word. This stuff is not, it's not lookers. It's not my favorite. They do have an EOTech HD on there and then a PLXC on top. Primary Arms is getting it on, dude. You may not like it, but PLXC, pretty good option out there right now. All
I
right.
just don't care for the price on it, but
Yeah, but it's not
it is
it's
what
not for your tax bracket, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's like complaining about the price on a Callis. It's like whatever. you don't have to like it. It is what it is. All right. Now, something else that I thought was mildly interested. I saw somebody post this in the Discord. This is the new Night Vision Fusion product teaser, patent pending, coming soon. Damn, Sure Shot Night Vision should have come up with a cleaner title. That's what I'll say for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the most recent. I just checked to see if they had an update on it. But this is a digital night vision thermal fusion unit that does the overlay thing like a Cotty would or an E-Cotty would. How Task Force Stater says, wait, Troy still exists in current year? Yeah, no, there's apparently, I've never seen one in real life outside of a show, but apparently somebody's out there still buying that stuff. It's fine. So I believe this is a digital day-night thermal combined unit, which means that the night vision performance is like night vision performance, but then they're comboing it with a thermal overlay to give it like a little bit more usefulness, a little bit more. This is something that like 4 people are going to goon over for about 15 minutes. Even though it's probably going to be subpar at all of the things. So, I mean, like, I don't hate the idea. And again, I'm not sure if it's digital or optical, because if this is optical, then having a thermal fusion on like a regular scope with additional capability, that would actually be very novel. Okay, so if we get like a PLXC that give me a thermal overlay like this, right? Where I can toggle it on and off, I can do edge detect, or I can do any number of things with the thermal, and I can still have a usable LPVO or MPVO, right? Obviously, it's going to cost a lot of money, but if I can get something like that adds capability, like I think I'd be more interested in that than if it was digital, if it was actually optical. So now that is actually kind of neat, seeing the drone come up quickly with the overlay and being able to spot that from hundreds or maybe even like 1,000 meters away or something like that could be very useful for certain people for identifying threats. Because obviously, like, vision barriers are one thing, but with thermal, like, certain things just absolutely stand out, right? So that is the advantage. That is the additional information that you're getting. Now, obviously, what they're not showing you here is if there's any delay between the fusion elements. So, like, if the digital or optical is instantly, but let's say it's digital. If the digital night vision is faster than the digital thermal, so the overlays are like never quite together until the unit is stable. So, if you're panning left to right, both things are moving at a different time if they're not synced up perfectly, if there's more delay for one or over the other, which is like certain clip-on units, right? So you'll have a clip-on night vision thermal unit. And if you're moving to the left and right really fast, one of them is updating faster than the other, right? Analog has no delay whatsoever, or like not even a noticeable amount of delay. Whereas a thermal unit might have like 15, 20, 25 milliseconds, which starts to be noticeable. So you get like a streaking thermal image when you're moving your head left to right really quickly. So, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's not enough information. It's a tiny little video. And see, but this is the interesting part. You can see the outlines. You can see, you get legitimate additional information that you would not have otherwise with a thermal overlay like this, you know. And obviously they're panning really slowly. And here you just see it panning at you, or coming right at you, basically. So that's all that they showed off so far. Could be interesting. I'm all for fusion technologies and actually making it work. making it smaller, making it cheaper, making it actually work together, which is the most important feature, right? Actually making it work, but
So
you can't
Falcon
always
Claw
have
has
that.
some pretty good videos on the Fusion setups that they've got.
Which one?
The channel on YouTube called Falcon Claw.
Falcon Claw.
Yeah, let me find it real quick. Oh, you got it pulled up.
I can just look at it. Falcon Claw. Well, no, I've seen like the E-Coddy stuff. The E-Coddy stuff is very good. That's my next purchase. Is going to be a Coddy or an E-Coddy for my PVS 14. Because I feel like that adds a huge amount of capability to your system. Having something like that can project an image and give you additional information and overlay, not insanely expensive, not insanely heavy. It's about the same cost as a PVS 14, but rather than just getting a dual tube, which is like, plus 10, 15%, getting something that actually adds additional capability. So something like that. But no, I mean, yeah, we've seen the Coddys and the E-Coddys and stuff like that. Falcon Claw, I'm sure they have a good. Oh, it's actually, I've never heard of Falcon Claw, and they have 500,000 subs. Another one of those channels that's rather large and you just never see because the YouTube algorithm sucks.
So their stuff is actually really good. They do really good content.
They get worse views than I do. That's tragic. On some of their stuff. Some stuff gets a lot of views, but like 1 month ago, 22,000 views.
Check their shorts.
Well, I don't care about shorts though.
That's
I know,
where
but
all of their
long form, their podcast has 2,000 views. Ouch. For 500,000 sub channel. That's the YouTube algorithm in a nutshell, right there, dude.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. DIY B Coddy for 500. No. I'd rather get one of the Jerry C's or the Jerry Pros or the Ren VCs, which are like 35, 37, because if I'm going to get something, I want it to do good. I want it to work. I want it to actually do the thing, right? I want it to be better. Right? Because I mean, it's like that's the reason why I went with the $4,000 monoculars, because I wanted the boom slangs, I wanted the Tonto, I wanted the Elbit, I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to do its thing. You can get a $1,500 used to crap blem tube. I don't want that, right? I want to actually be out there and use it and be capable with it. Yeah. Acute says Ren VC. Yeah, a Ren VC or something similar to that in that genre between 3 and 4K probably. It's a good way to go. Just get the real E-Coddy. The problem with the E-Coddys is they're like 10 grand. So that's the problem with that, which is a little bit more. It's a little bit more. I think 3,000 is reasonable for me for my setup, and it's not even Gucci, right? Because it's not like a $15,000 pair of duals. It's not like a 40,000 pair of quads, but it gives me as much capability at a really nice price tag, right? You spend more than that, you're not getting much more performance. You spend less than that, and you get less performance. That's the way I look at it. It's a sweet spot. It sounds like a lot, but it's a sweet spot. It's not a sweet spot, though. Optics Planet being sued by Rare Breed Triggers. And here's the tragic part. It's not for their shipping times. Nope. It should be for their shipping times. It should be for the times that they've screwed over customers and canceled orders and then doubled and tripled prices. Still haven't forgotten about that one. That's what they should be sued for. But no, Optics Planet getting sued by Rare Breeders for just carrying other people's triggers. Because Rare Breed is going after distributors, they're going after sellers, they're going after individuals. They've said that even if you just make one in the privacy of your own home using some of the 3D printing files that are around, you are violating their patent and they have a right to go over you. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It would be a way to gain back support if they had sued Optics Planet for their shipping times, not for the fact that they were carrying products that, you're upset about.
Case. And then, of course, Rare Breed sued Optics Planet, and we're going to go over that complaint today. Anyways, I wanted to thank every one of you for watching these videos, for subscribing, for liking, commenting, and all those things. Y'all are helping me grow my channel. I just hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm very excited about it. And yes, this is me excited. So thank you for doing that. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps me get these.
Stand Below Law, I do want to say, I think it's Stand Below. Stand Below Law has been doing a really good job covering all of these cases in a professional, relaxed manner. Dropped his link in the chat. Everybody should go subscribe if you want to keep up to date on any of these cases. No, and I know there's a lot to deal with this. That Rare Breed is in a catch-22, and it's of their own making. So I really don't feel bad for them, but they are contracted by the ATF to go after all infringers, right? They have the money, they have the name, so they are going after Hoffman, Atreus, anybody that makes something that even comes close, or maybe not even so close, depending on your interpretation of patents and stuff like that, which is a very tricky field. They're going after anyone and everyone.
No, Rick, correction. Lawrence is the Pinkerton.
Yeah, Lawrence will do it himself, bro. He doesn't need somebody else doing his dirty work, dog.
These videos out, and 5:40 in the morning. It gives me something to look forward to do in the mornings. Anyways.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't notice this. Logan sucks at shooting. Sent me $200 on Ko-Fi. So,
Kill yourself, faggot.
I want this motherfucking black ass, banana eating, chimpanzee, monkey made motherfucker on the first fucking slave ship back to motherfucking Morocco.
Logan just sent me $200 on Ko-Fi. Now, normally I would be elated at such a generous donation from Logan. However, this is not one of those moments, because I unfortunately am a victim of my own actions. All right, John's getting a little schadenfreude here for the chat. Words have consequences. Okay, I am currently reeling from something I said in a previous stream coming back to haunt me. Logan sucks at shooting for $200 on Ko-Fi. Says, you said you'd do it for $200, so here's $200 to play Uma Musume on stream D.
Oh,
I have to play a horse game on stream. Where do I buy it at, Logan? Is it on Steam? I'm a man. I'm a man of my word. Is it on Steam? Huh? Is it on stream? Steam? It's free.
Yeah, free on
Okay,
Steam.
it is free. All right, give me 1 second, Richard. I gotta pop myself off to pop in my cable real fast, and you're gonna
Go
entertain
ahead.
them. All right?
I'll entertain the people for a minute. Logan, thank you so much for this. This is going to be hilarious. It's going to be torture. Yes, John's horse game era starts now. What I find funny is this is probably going to irreparably harm his search history, and now his feed is going to be filled with stuff like what Logan's is. Yes, it will be great.
Uma Musume? Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
Simultaneously the best and worst thing that Logan has ever done.
Gripping stories. All right. I hope that's the only thing that's gripping in these.
Oh, I don't want to be a part of this. This is all you,
You don't
dog.
want to be a part of this. All right.
This is all you, dog.
How big is it? Oh, it's only 400 megabytes. Oh, it's like nothing.
Well,
Is it gonna
you'll have
stream?
to download it, and then we'll.
It's, dude. I have Gigabit. It's already downloaded. As soon as I clicked on it, it was downloaded.
I was
Gorilla Grip, dude. What the?
Focus Trip Persona art incoming.
All right. Oh my gosh. I got jump scared there, dog.
Logan, what are you Why? Why? Is there supposed to be sound?
One second. I might need to reshare it. Is my audio still coming through?
No, not yours is, but the game sound was not. Yeah, there you
How
go.
about now? What the heck, dude? What is your problem? What do you want me to do? All right, yeah, Richard. This should be a hate crime. Oh my gosh, geez Louise. Can I what do I do here? Do I do nothing? My computer freezing? Is it freezing up? All we need is the voice changer. I can do that. My sounds. Where's my soundboard?
Is it better or worse if I play it as a battle droid? Roger, roger. Roger, run. Can I do anything? Did I just skip all this nonsense? No, it's just downloading. Okay, well, Dude. This is tragic. Is the whole thing lacking now for you guys, or is it just me? This sucks. Go back to normal streaming. The guy paid me $200. I said I would play it on stream if you paid me $200. It's Friday night. We're 2 hours into the stream.
美しい青空が広がる東京レース場。ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
十分に実力を出せるレースとなりそうですね。
虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気は東海帝王。2番人気を紹介します。スタートです。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気スペシャルウィークサイレンススズから快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ花に立ったのはサイレンススズカ。このままリードすることができ、第1コーナーは第2コーナー大木焼きを。
Oh my gosh, dude, that was miserable just listening to that for a second. Women athletics suck, dude. What the? Logan sent $200 to ruin the stream because apparently
素晴らしいレースでしたね。私もとっても胸が熱くなりました。
What'd you say? Man, the jump scares of that voice are killing me right now. Is it quiet? Am I quiet? John, you're a bit quieter. Hello? Oh, did it go down? My bad. What the problem is? Yo, yo, yo.
響けファンファーレ届けゴールまで輝く未来を君と見たいから
was just there we go. We're back. This is Logan's fault. This is what Logan does for hours a day, dude. It kind of slaps though, right? Yeah. Logan sucks at being straight. Docs Logan. Jake got really excited there. Can I play the game? Base? 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, all right. Wild. Can I change the audio, please? It is... No, stop.
改めましてようこそトレーナーさんここレースの世界
Oh, I can just skip?
Oh well.
もう秋川理事長びっくりしたじゃない
What are
で
they
すか
doing?
それ将来有望なトレーナーのと
Uh-huh.
改めて私はこの学園の理事長秋
Yeah,
川だ
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
よろしく頼むぞ
1,000-year-old
新人トレー
miniature
ナー君
spinner. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
まずはぜひ
Tell me about
敵のこと
myself.
を教えてほしい
Mayo. Dave, what are you talking about?
「トレーナー君はこれよりトレセン学園の一員だ
Welcome, faggot maxing. Okay. Can I
担当馬娘と共に
dreams come true? Right, right.
君はトレ
Participate
ー
in
ナ
the
ーとして
Twinkle
担
series?
当馬娘
In
を
the
教え
Twinkle series?
導き支え
In
てやって
Logan, have
ほ
you been
し
playing in the Twinkle series?
い以上その胸のトレー
Uh-huh.
では早速実践研修に参り
Faggot
ましょう
maxing.
トレ
Oh my gosh, it got worse.
まずは二人三脚で歩むことになる
The Uma
担当
Musume.
馬娘
Okay,
担当する
yeah.
馬娘の
Skip. Okay. Can I? I just want to skip so I can turn the music down. This is so loud.
こちら
Okay. Come on, you can do it.
聖馬娘とサポート
Yep. I don't know who I got. Who did I get? What horses did I get?
ここはトレセン学園のエントランス
Mm-hmm.
ホームと呼ばれて
Right. Career.
Nazi.
Okay. Yep. Close. Next.
次に
Okay.
さらに育成の準備を進めていきます
Mm-hmm.
トレーナーさん三女神様の像についてはご存
No.
知育成馬娘を
Legacy. Okay.
二人目の継承馬
A
娘
second legacy. Okay. Auto select. Yeah.
をなお
I don't care.
担当馬娘の育成を手助けしてくれ。
Okay, support cards, blah blah blah. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Yeah. And you want to make the numbers go up. Okay. Okay, Tracing Academy, blah 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 blah. Countless. Skip. Oh dear. Excuse me? You're sure this isn't gay? Speed went up by 5, okay. Stamina by 5, power by 10. Guts went up by 5, alright. Rearranging guts for 5. Wit went up by 5, okay. Dirty aptitude went up, okay. Sprint aptitude went up. Long aptitude. I guess that's good. Can I? Who's this? I start training with Daiwa Scarlet. No, my name's better. Uh-huh.
馬娘にはそれぞれ異なった目標。こちらは育成をコマンドをまずはこちらがトレーニングの種類試しにやってやるわ。いいこと。順調。
Okay, so inventory management here. Gotta manage our stamina. All right. Uh-huh. Where's the mean option? I want to play Renegade. When can I push one out of a window? All right. Yep, that's... Jeez, stop it. Every time they talk. Ugh.
次に育成馬娘。まずはこちらの失敗。残り体力がトレーニングでは一度も体力が減る。あらさあそう。
I don't want to race. Can I turn the audio down? I can't even get to settings right now, dude. It's all blacked out. I can't even get to settings, dude.
次に今回はスキルはレースに勝つためにどうでは戻りました。これで出走できるレースが今回は
Alright, race her. Alright. No fans. No fans. Just like me after this stream. No fans. Let's go.
Yes.
Twinkle series. That's right. That's right. Run for me, horse. That looks suspiciously animalistic. 0 out of 10. I can't adjust the aspect ratio or don't care or the audio before you finish this like 20-minute. Yeah, strategies. Sure. Okay, some of the music's not terrible, right? Some of the music's all right. Dude, I identified with that crew. Jake is enjoying this for certain shots. Yep, run.
各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは5番、8番ガイバスターレット。期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気ガイバスターレット。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。先頭は8番単身で飛ばしていきます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は5番ガイバスターレット。この位置につけています。1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。8番快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ花に立ったのは8番。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはガイバスターレット。さらに5番、さらには4番。ここまでが先頭集団。 先頭は相変わらず8番。続いてダイワスターレット1馬身離れて5番。向こう正面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ12馬身。8番まだリードをキープしています。続きましたダイワスターレット、外には5番。それを見るように4番、外から9番、さらに2番。1馬身離れて7番、少し後ろから1番。それを見るように6番、8番。先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。
8番彼女の客室には合っていますね。
第3コーナーの淀の坂を下る。現在1番手は8番、1馬身差ダイワスターレット。さらに5番、4番手には4番。その後3、4馬身開いて9番。そしてその後ろから行くのは2番。第4コーナーカーブ。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
まだ先頭は動かない。これは直線勝負になるか。5番、ここで抜け出した。さあ内から先頭を伺うのは8番。栄光まで400ダイワスターレット。まだ抑えたままだ。最終コーナー、先陣を切ったのは5番。抜け出したのは5番。だが後続も追いすがる。200を通過2番手争いはダイワスターレット8番。私が1番。ダイワスターレット完全に抜け出した。強すぎる。先頭は変わらずダイワスターレット大力勝だ。ダイワスターレットゴール板を駆け抜けた。これは見事な走り。ダイワスターレット見事に完勝。レイクデビューを制しました。2着は5番、3着は
Apple cider. All right, all right. Not
ちゃんと見てたでしょうね。
cringe nogger.
私の走り。
Thank you. Yay, beginner.
1着おめでとうございます。頑張ったのレース後。
Oh my gosh, can I please go to the... Good job, horse. You pat her on the head, you feed her celery. What is she like? I need more. Oh no! I need more to satisfy me. All right.
見事。
Right.
頑張ってください。
Oh.
育成お疲れ。スキルポイント。
Yay!
育
Can I
成は
turn the audio down now? Can I turn the audio down, please? Please. F. F for faggot.
最高だ。
Can I be done now?
継承。
Please. Please let me turn the audio down.
言っておくわ。
Wow.
どうも。
Whatever the numbers mean. Okay. Oh, I got bands. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Support cards. All right. I don't know what those do.
お疲れ様。
Can I finally just play the game? And that was the intro? That was long. This is the best part. What are you doing? Red 250, and you're done. Say I'm going solo tonight. This didn't do it for us? This is intro music? Goes hard. Needs more guitar. They're horses. They're literally horses. She's hearing horse noises upstairs and is like, what is John doing? Oh, can I finally? Can I? I don't want to enhance you. That sounds gross, young lady. Veteran Uma Musume, right? Yeah. Strengthen. Train. No. Can I? Why? What are you doing? Yeah. 100%. No, I don't want to do this. I want to... can I?
チーム競技場ではさ
No.
ウマ娘たちにウマムなお強い
Okay.
ダイワスカーレット行くわよ
Do we have to do another race?
今後も馬育成
Oh, here we go. Finally. Oh my gosh. What? Notice to minors. Don't play this. Okay. It's a. All right. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Good fangs. Okay.
これが今日のログイ
I
ンボ
don't
ーナスね
care. No, stop. I don't care. I don't know what carrots are for. Okay. Oh, finally. Close. Okay. Close. Get out. Close. Get out.
あんた風邪ひいてないでしょうねちゃんと予防
Just what I need. I need my horse waifu telling me to take care of myself. Okay. Yeah. Voice sound. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. That was bleeding. There we go. Oh my gosh. Thank you. There we go. All right. Ah, sorry about that. My gosh. What do I do now? Career? I want to become the fastest? Yeah, sure. Inventory? Do I do anything over here? Or do I just go to career? Yeah. Uh-huh. Which one do I race? Can I only race her? Auto select. Confirm. Next. Autofill. What the heck? Oh, dude, it's like the cursor position is off. That's wild. I gotta go back. Shoot. I probably can't play because I'm on a 21:9 monitor. Yeah. Dude, I don't care. Stop it with the pop-ups, dog. This is miserable. Shoot. Windowed. Ah, my gosh. Okay. Now does it work? Okay, now it works.
エアグルーブ先輩ってちょっとおっかないけど
Somebody said, my little pony! My little pony!
ダイワスカーレット
Yeah.
行くわよ
Potential, power, mile. Do I have to train them? How do I train them? Enhance? Trainee?
トレーニングか
Trainee list? Uh-huh. This one, right? That's the one. Do I do anything with these? I have to pay for these. Preferred position. Okay. Uh-huh.
トレーニングかタキヨンさんって優しいわよね美味しい茶葉も分けてくれるしダイワスカーレット行くわ
Okay. No, you train them in the career. Oh, so what am I doing right now? What is this? Alt F4. 25 of us send $10. Mm-hmm. All right. So is this entertaining to Logan? Go to career mode. Is this entertaining? Yes. I don't know who you are. Shorten all events. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Uh-huh. Training. Okay. Yeah. 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 So what if we do stamina? Of course. Okay. All right. Yeah. And you can just train them until you run out. Once you train your guts, stop bouncing, please. The jiggle physics are wild. And then I just keep going until you run out of stamina? Sure, right? I don't know what you were saying there. There you go. Run faster. All right, now we're out of energy. You should treat yourself to something tasty. There you go. Recreation? Can I switch horses? Hint. I can just go back, can I? Turns left 7? What? Rest, right? Of course. And we wait, do we just keep training them until we run out? Yeah, training up power, of course, of course. Right, right, right. Yeah, sure. Whatever, girl. Train again. We're going stamina because she needs more stamina. I don't want any wit though, because I definitely. Don't leave me out to, dude. If 25 people do 10, I will absolutely stop playing this. I gotta give Logan at least an hour for $200, right? I mean, at least an hour for $200. I have to. I mean, it would be insane not to. Close. Is there a way? How do you do it to where you set a goal on YouTube? Surely there's got to be a way. Zany Code, there's 2. I see him. I'm seeing him pop through. There's 2. Start a poll, start a Q&E, maybe no. All right. Well, no, Logan paid me $200. You think I'm not gonna like give him what he's worth? Come on, wild. There's another 10. Yeah, no wit because I don't want her to be smarter than me. Nice. Yay! Level 2. Now we race. We're up to. Okay, well, if I count that, what are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I will count that. 6. $9.99 counts. We're up to 6. It's gotta be a money laundering scheme. Listen, I'm giving Logan what he wants. 11. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't even count. We're still at 6. Cody just wants to drop 50. I will get to all of these. I guarantee you. Race? Yeah. Combat Bucky, listen, all right. Logan paid me $200 to pay this to play this game because I unfortunately said that I would, which was my bad. My bad for saying words. Never again. Yeah, race. Landscape, yeah. So is this like my main horse? Is this like my main, like, do I get different horses or is this like my main horse? Even Don Lemon would call this gay. So Logan, how does this work? Is this my horse? I need to bring you on so you can coach me through this for the career. So this is my horse. This is it? Hop, listen, I watched one episode of Evangelion. However, I have watched like 10 episodes or like 10 hours worth of Evangelion explanation videos. So I like get it, but I've never experienced it, if that makes sense. Axe Fire for 20. That means we're at 8. We are at 8 out of 25. We're a third of the way there, honestly. This is really good. I feel like she shouldn't be wearing a dress, right? Because everybody else is wearing like something reasonable for running. But the dress, while maybe it's like aura farming or something, I feel like it's a bad look. And the stockings and the other accoutrements, I feel like it's just not a good look. Rushed. That's right. You are rushed. You're in a race, retard. There's 10? 11? It's 11. That's an insult, dude. Is my girl running? Like, there's no gameplay here. I just click on things, and that's it. If she loses, can I shoot her? Blondes do it best, homie. I can shoot her, sweet. That's 12? Get her. Get her. I'm gonna lock you in the basement with my wife if you don't win. Dueling? No dueling. Dominating. Or maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. No, the 50 doesn't count. The 50 was pro Uma Musume, so it doesn't count. Glue. 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 Literal glue. Literal glue. Don't even look at me. See, wait, but Cody's going against everybody, isn't he? Because Cody said that he liked it. So is Cody for or against? Cody, you gotta let me know. Is it for or against? Because it seems like it's for, not against. 5th? Wait, I got beat out by Black Ebony? Uh-huh. 90 fans. Woohoo! I'm not gonna watch a concert. Speed, power, yeah. Make it run in junior, make debut, yeah. Top 5, that's fair enough. 16 turns. Is she upset with me or is she happy? Can I feed her? What do I do with her? Okay. Show me $10. All right, Polly. All right, Hop. All right. Stop moaning at me. Next. Close. Competitive spirit. What do I do here? Oh, okay. That makes it higher? Moderately increases performance. Okay. Fair enough, right? And nothing else? Okay. I probably need a rest. Yeah. A quirky response. Recommended restaurant. Let's start with the vegetables. Yeah. Probably a good idea. Okay, she's very happy because she got fed. Normal woman behavior. Yep. Wit went up by 5. I don't want her to be smart. What is this nonsense? Run faster. Oh, unbelievable. Let's call it a day. Yeah. Before I turn you into glue or something. You have to rest. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. All refreshed. Okay, perfect. We're trying to work on strength. I don't know what the difference between strength and speed would be, but let's see more. No, you already have good stamina. We got to get you faster. We're just doing speed. High failure rate because you have low energy. Yeah, I see. Don't worry. I prepared some extra sets for you for stamina after the training. Competitive sprint. That's good numbers, I guess. Guts. Yeah, let's get guts. 3% failure rate. Nice. Oh, who's this? All right. Jump scared by awkward. 35, 32, 31, 30%. Going for it. You get a little bit of wit. Energy recovered? Really? Wild. Oh, wait, no. Do we go out with our horses? Is this a dating sim? Okay, yeah. So Cody's betting against you guys, right? So you guys, he's not helping you. Cody is against you guys. Let me count up the 10s again. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. But while we're doing that, I guess I have to go on a date with my horse. This is not going to look good on my arraignment. I just enjoy taking my horse to lunch. What's wrong with that? Horse on tread. Ace. Wait, so what did we do? Man, she really wants to run. Cardio bunny. Cardio bunny confirmed. Yeah. More speed. There we go. Finally level 2. More speed. 0% failure. Andrew Seabrook, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? I hope that was like Nicaraguan memberships and that was like a penny a piece. Because if that was $250, why would you do that? What? That's insane, Andrew Seabrook. Dude, everybody who got one, say thank you to Andrew. Need to come up with a strategy. Yeah, whatever. Wild. Well, but Andrew, you have to tell me if that goes towards the goal. The goal was donations, not memberships. So, but if you want me to end it, that was $250. We'll have to end it there. Insane. Andrew, just comment if you want to keep going or not. Oh, I'm out of energy. My bad. Gotta rest up after our activities. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to race yet. Go back. No, we need to rest. Go back. Rest. Boom. We still have 2 turns left. Duh. Oh, no. Go back. I don't care. Go away. We'll do another. Yeah, there we go. Speed level 3. That's right. Last one. No, wait. Go back. We probably need her fully rested for the race, right? Is that how that works? All I want is for the patient to stop. All right, Bear. It's over. It's done. We have one race to do, and then that's it. Wait, is that it? What do we do? Cancel. Confirm. Okay. And that's it? That's all I do? That's it. All right, we're done. Yeah, whatever. Uh-huh. Right. Oh my gosh. Uh-huh. Epithet? Racial epithets or what? What are we doing here? Only 10 points? We need to get up higher. Event reward. Oh, I don't care. This is such brain rot, dude. No, don't. Okay, was that it? Is that it? Am I out? Ah, we're gone. Woohoo. Yay. How do I get out of here? I want it to stop. Andrew. All right. I got it. All right. Let me. Oh, shut up. My gosh. Dude, I hope those were like, if I exit, does it go out? Is it gone? Is it gone? Oh, it's gone. Oh my God. Andrew. Andrew. Richard. What did you think about that experience? That was wild. Wild, dude. He didn't say, I don't know. Am I supposed to do something?
I sympathize with Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, dude. Get that off my screen. What the? Dude, gripping stories is still on here. All right. Well, what would you gentlemen like to talk about now? Don't ever pull that shit again. Yeah, wild. I was not expecting that on my Friday night. How was everybody else's night going? I noticed some discussion in the chat, some upset feelings. You know, some people were not happy with the quality of content. Black Ebony wins again. Tragic. I hate horses now. All right. Well, do we just keep rolling or do we just go through super chats, dude? What is going on here? Do we need to talk through this drama? That was awesome. Yeah, the price has now been raised, Logan, to $300, and I will play the Uma Musume game for an hour on stream. $300. That was tragic. See, that way there, at least I have to keep upping it every time it happens. So if I get jump scared by anime jiggle physics on horses, it's got to go up in value every time. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, and then it's going to be $1,000 flat. 1K donation, and I play Uma Musume on stream. Yeah. 300 is the bar right now. Wild. Absolutely wild. Well, 94 Todd for 5 says Pauly B. I sent you on a message on Discord. I'll give you a Geisly code. Winky kissy face. All right. Now everything after that game is just a little more gay, right? Now it's like you say no homo, but no homo isn't going to save you from that game. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it. Sean Weiland for 2 says Pew Pew autism discussion with Jay Burden show when? Sean, I've been on the Jay Burden. I talked with him today. I'm sure we do another show at some point in the future. I'd have him on. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Everyday American for 5 says my nostalgia wants Troy to be good. You remember their deployment kits? Super cool for the time. My first AR was a tan Bushmaster with Troy furniture. Yeah, they used to be a little cool. It's one of those companies that really absolutely destroyed their reputation in one fell marketing swoop. Andrew Seabrook, that is an insane donation. So I hope that you use like Nicaraguan memberships because that is insane if not. I really like your content. I've been conditioned to hate anime at this point. I'd rather you talk about a Prism site. Oh, of course. Yeah. Dude, I do have to talk about this because it was almost like traumatic. The amount of like background slop noise, just like for kids, right? It's so much happening on the screen, noises, pops, particle effects, jiggle physics, everything happened is like sensory overload, right? Like I feel like that should be, it might as well be gambling, but for children and pedophiles, right? Like that was wild. Anyways, all right. Everyday American for 5. Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Zanico for 5 says, what should I get next? USP 9, OG M9, or a West German 226, 228, 229? None of those? Logan says you get used to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it just fills the vacuum that your tumor left, Logan. Pretty sure that's what happened, dude. Thank you, Zanico.
I don't think they got all of the tumor.
There's something left in there, bro. Smart Executive for 5 says, don't care. Troy burned all bridges with the Civ market years ago. Irrelevant and dead. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame people for not wanting to support them when their money goes to somebody who, murdered U.S. citizens. Everyday American for 5 says, Rare Breed really thinks they're going to win this whole lawfare fiasco. If they have enough money in the long run, they might just do it. Thank you, Everyday American. Lightspore for 2 says, focus. You can def play one-handed, by the way. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, God. Yeah, Furcus trip. Furcus turf. Thank you, Nick Martin. Thank you, Lightspore. Lightspore again says, this is a firearms channel, by the way. This is not a firearms channel, okay? Word to the wise out there. This is a channel for whatever goes on inside of your demented minds. I am merely a small reflection of that. Okay, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you, Lightspore. Spartic Psycho for 2 says, this sucks. Go back to normal streaming. Trying to. I will say, there have been times, okay, but in terms of financial incentive, like absolutely insane. I should have played that game for 5 hours every day. Wild. The hate clicks. All right, this is my new grift. I'm gonna I'm gonna start out every stream playing an hour of Uma Musume until we've raised enough money to stop playing it. Okay, I'm gonna be an Andrew Wilson. I'm not gonna even stream until I've received enough money. I'm never gonna do that. That's just, it's funny. It's jokes. All right, jokes. All right. What is Japanese for sigh? Try. Thank you, Jay Lewis. Smartic Psycho for 2 says, why do they all look like preteens? They have very young feminine faces and bodies, which is, it's a weird mix. It's problematic. Okay, it's problematic. Thank you, Sabartic. Everyday American for 5 says, can't wait to see this played at court one day when the libs put us all in trial. Dude, it's the that one video at Nuremberg where the guys are like laughing in the background. That's this. That is literally that clip right there. Thank you, Everyday American. Okay, Andrew. Love you very much. Thank you for the insane donation. I hope you at least got some. I hate that Ko-Fi. Gosh dang it, dude. But have a good night. God bless and Godspeed, sir. I appreciate it. Everyday American says, can't wait to see this played in court. Yep, 100%. Unfortunately, that is... Oh, there we go. That's good. That's actually what we need. Yeah, you say that, you can be upset, but there's the 10 across the scoreboard there. Tragic. Sheepherder for 5 says, in a just society, Logan and all other weebs would be given to the fairies in the woods upon birth. Yes, they will keep them safe. They're actually, it's funny, they're not keeping the children safe from us. They're keeping us safe from them. Thank you, Sheepherder. Lightsport for 2 says, I hope your mother is watching the stream right now. Let me check my text messages, huh? How about that? Let me see. Oh, there are texts. My mom did text me. Dude, that's wild. My mom texted me 32 minutes ago, and she says, yeah, I just tuned in, and voila, Japanese anime, not crying yet. Wow. Wow. Damn. Ah, rough. 500 super chats to ban Logan for a month. Wild. All right, that's the bounty. Yeah, 500 to ban Logan from the chat for a month. 300 to play Uma Musume again. Which one's going to get her first? Lightsport for 2 says, I hope your mother is watching the stream. She was, unfortunately. Tragic. Sheepherder says, John, you have autism, but not this much. No, it's not the anime autism. It's not my thing. Right? It's fun to play into it because it's like, it's a little funny. It riles up the chat, but all fun and games aside, like it's just silly. Not my thing. Everyday American produces Japanese CP is cool when you're paid $200. This is not CP. Okay. This is like mildly sensual anime, mildly sensual, because a lot of the outfits are not scantily clad or revealing. There is jiggle physics and the noises are weird. It's not my thing. I would be disappointed in my son for playing this. But it's not CP. CP is something else entirely. Thank you, Everyday American. But Jay Lewis for 5 says, I'm not going to lie to y'all, my brothers. The Fate and Stay novel series is actually good. Roast me, etc., etc. I don't even know what those are, but I'm going to imagine you liking smut for some funny reason. Jay Lewis for 5 says, this is peak GunTuber. Don't like it. Heh. Hope. Chud. Real? 250. Done. You're welcome, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Lightsport. Sheepherder for 5 says, playing this game, wearing that suit, John is morphing into an Japanese salaryman, neglected family and all. I literally have my family in a basement right now. Thank you, Sheepherder. Everyday American for 2 says, when's the tentacle grape? Again, not that type. Okay. There's an underlying current here is of when somebody looks at an anime character and that's what pops into their mind. Okay. It's not what popped into my mind. Just saying, Everyday American, maybe you just are used to seeing these characters in a different context. That's not on the chat. That's not on me. Thank you, Everyday American. Sabartic Psycho for 2 says, Logan, I'm going to find you. Dude, you can threaten Logan instead. How about that? If I open up Ko-Fi and somebody has a $300 donation to play it again, I'm just going to kill myself. Oh, there's nothing there, fortunately. Thank you, Sabartic Psycho. Everyday American Pretend says, don't leave me out here to dry losers. They did a good job. Zany Co for 10 says, please make this stop. Smart Fridge for 10 says, I'm doing my part. Sabartic Psycho for 10 says, here's another 10. The other 10 was on Ko-Fi, counted as 2. I did. Thank you, Subartic Psycho. You're insanely generous. Midwest Devo Punk for 10 says, please stop. All right. Cody Fisher for $50.
Come here. I can't fix you. No one can fix you. You are a broken, subhuman piece of trash, a garbage person.
Wild clip. Thank you for the 50. I'm so glad we're all having a great bonding experience over this. If they leave, they're not a effing real one. Dude, only real ones stay for the Uma Musume stream. It's just us here, Chad, okay? We can be honest with each other. Combat Bucky for 5 says, was not expecting to be here on a Friday night watching an anime game playthrough on John's stream, yet here we are. Dude, if the intro was not so long and loud, like, it would be better. But that intro was miserable to get through. Thank you, Combat Bucky. Axefire number 582 for $20 says, please stop. Doxed. Thank you, Axefire. Appreciate it. Clone Man for 10 says, gun news incoming, please. I mean, we kind of talked about the Troy and the, what else did we talk about? Oh, the Optics Planet getting sued, and then the thermal update. So that was kind of the gun news. That was it. It wasn't that much. Thank you, Clone Man. Andy Owama for 10 says, Mossy Oak original bottomland, nylon gear, plate carrier, slings, chest rigs, etc. Yay or nay? Yeah, no, I could probably ask somebody to make that for me, but I'm also not a big fan of the people that I've had make stuff for me in the past. They kind of left me out to dry. So, but definitely somebody would buy, people would buy that.
100%
for sure.
I would.
Josh Howard for 10 says, I hate Logan.
I'm right there with you, Josh.
Valid opinion. Got Cody Fisher, one exposition for $20. Where's another anime clip? How many anime clips do I have? Here we go.
Say that shit again.
Thank you, Cody. Insanely generous of you. Polly B for 10 says, AI Bundy holding a sign says, shoot me, $10 against. Yeah, thank you for noting that it was against.
Al Bundy.
For whatever, dude. Al Bundy. I thought it was AI Bundy, but whatever. Hopplefile for 556 says, this honestly isn't any worse than the usual stream content, dude.
Yeah. Damn.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Tragic call out there. Brutal takedown. Andrew Seabrook gifted 50 Focus Trip memberships, which is $250, which means that just on the Uma Musume game, if you count the 200, if you count the 250, if you count all the 10s and 50s that came through, it's like $600. It was like $600 to play that for like 30 minutes. That's $1,000 an hour. So, like, then I get it. People becoming a degenerate anime streamer, like $1,000 an hour on a Friday night. I get it, man. Wild. Whoa. Thank you, Andrew Seabrook. That is insanely generous. Zany Co for 5 says, X post I tagged you in. Literally looking at it right now, Zany. Thank you for 5. Everyday American for 5 says, would you ever do a stream on FUD guns? Alchemy 1911s are reeling me in like fishermen. I really dislike the idea of spending so much money on something so poor. And I mean, like 1911s like are actually bad guns just from the design up, from the ground up. They're archaic, shouldn't exist. Thank you, Everyday American. Doc, the Og Enjoyer for 2 says, it's like handing me a nice revolver. I'm like, wow, a nice revolver. Cool. Doc, the Og Enjoyer for 2 says, how about a Weekend Gunner hoodie with Amelia? Don't take that from me. That's my next one-off design from Weekend Gunner, from Lance. Warhammer Weekend Times for 1488 base number says, we will be taking recruits for Gluwaffen in the Discord this weekend. Yes, Gluwaffen. With that, what's this girl's name? What was the horse's name? I don't even remember. This horse took 5th place in our last race. Glue Material. opaque glue material. Thank you, Warhammer Weekend Times. And Invidious Ignoramus for 10 says incredibly sheltered normie chat. Hey, I'm never gonna like the crossover doesn't need to be 1-to-1 with weird anime degenerate games. Just because it's taken over Logan and part of the Discord doesn't mean that it needs to take over the YouTube chat as well. Honestly, I would be more concerned if my fan base morphed into anime fans and then I was forced into, again, because I'm just a reflection of you guys, if I was forced then into just playing anime games 3 times a week. Be an interesting life. Thank you, Invidious Ignoramus. Cody Fisher, 1x position for 10 says, if your cortisol spiked once this evening over this, stop what you're doing and rethink your life. Listen up. It's called making memories and stop jerking it every day, you idiots. Yeah, there also is a lot of truth to that as well. Like if you just never watch porn or masturbate or anything like that, then not everything is degenerate and disgusting in that way, right? People just have really porn-minded brains, right? Which there is definitely some truth to that. But no, it's funny, right? It's ironically funny. Like I ironically enjoyed that. Not unironically, but I ironically enjoyed that. And some of the music is banging. You can't ever take that away. Some of the music is actually banging. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate it. Everyday American for 5 says fake Americans 1911s run not the $400 ones you pour. You also don't have to spend $5K. Well, no, I'm fine. Like even if you handed me a 1911 that ran, I don't care because it's a 1911, right? Hand me a 2011 that runs, I'm like, okay, this is like a firearm that's actually useful in a modern context, not because like if you hand me a 7-round 1911, that's just a relic. That's all that it is. All right. It's like your grandpappy's flintlock 45. It's like, I don't care. It's something cool that you bought because somebody else did something with it at some point in time. It's not actually cool because of what it is. That's all. Thank you, Everyday American. Appreciate it. All right, Ko-Fi, and then we can finally get to our last story of the evening. Candace Owens, let me suck on your Hershey's Kisses for 3. Why won't Candace lift that restraining order on me? I wonder why. Subarctic Psycho for 10 says, Logan, I'm going to hang you upside down, skin you alive. I'll prolong your suffering as long as I want for my enjoyment. I will make you pay for this in Minecraft. Thank you very much, Subarctic Psycho. Pod Namba for 5 says, thanks for saving me the headache. So for competition, LARPing, CAC Flash Hider, single port break, SPB, or that Reardon RPB. Thanks again. I would go with the flash hiders before I would go with the single port break. I have a few of the single port breaks, and it's just every time I don't have a suppressor on it, I'm annoyed. So that's all. And then Logan, again to you, Logan. Thank you for the 200. Absolutely insane. I really hope that made it worth it for you, the $200 for that, because I mean, it was something. It was something. Everyday American says, have you ever bought a fun gun? Not everything got to be for the end types. No, I mean, that's fair if you like it, right? Because you can buy things because you like it. I buy things because I like it all the time, right? But it's people who are like, oh, dude, it's so good. And I'm like, what do you mean by good? What do you mean by that? Like in a good 1911 is like, $700, $800, $900, something like that. And then you get the alchemies for like 3 to 5 or something. It's like, I wouldn't spend that much on it, Because I'm thinking about using things. When it comes to guns especially, I don't have like knick-knacky guns. There's fun guns and there's guns that are less serious, but I don't have like knick-knacky guns. And to me, like a 7-round 1911 is a knick-knacky gun. It's literally one step above some, like 45 long Colt revolver. It's one step above that. It's not really useful for anything.
The only single stack 1911 that I approve of is the one in Super 38.
Even then, it's still the same thing. Like that's not really relevant. It's like, okay, it's cool caliber.
Oh yeah, I'm
not
makes it, that makes it a new one.
That makes it even more knick-knacky of a knick-knacky thing. Okay, here we go. Last one. Rage Bait, 5 minutes. Oh, Chud Vane says, Logan, you're a patriot. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Damn. All right. Alex Pretty and Renee Good died to prevent deporting these people. Illegal immigrants caught blasting guns on packed highway, shooting at family in road rage attack. Now, I do have the video here of these wonderful Agarthans here that definitely need to not be deported, definitely need to stay here. I think it's very integral to our communities that these are here policing our road. They're just doing some things. Just doing a couple things here and there, you know. Just normal youthful behaviors. I remember my youthful days when I was out shooting at the road at random people, you know, just hanging out the window, just dropping some bombs, having a good time, you know. Taking out the glicky, whatever the kids say, testing that gat with the switch. So cool. I love seeing these people in public existing. Makes my day. And yeah, I think also it's important to always contextualize the left's obsession with fake martyrs for gay causes. That should be the slogan. Fake martyrs for gay causes. Alex Peretti, Renee Good. Yeah, I definitely don't want ice on these guys. Woohoo! Yay, so much fun. Please stay
Now,
here forever.
where was this at again?
Update. So this is, of course, Dallas, which has fallen. Dallas has fallen. Billions must endure the individuals. Update on January 29, 2026. Dallas police announced multiple arrests tied to a road rage shooting on Interstate 30 near the Margaret McDermott Bridge after videos surfaced showing gunfire from the bridge towards traffic below. Investigators recovered more than 100 shell casings from the scenes. Police say that the shooting endangered a vehicle carrying 3 adults and 3 children. If one of my children got killed by someone like this, like I would be tempted to Minecraft entire communities. All right, because I know where they are. You know where these people are, right? And if somebody, you know, they just randomly, for no reason, just for fun, shot one of my kids, you know, I feel like I would be tempted to righteously, justifiably Minecraft entire communities. Huh. Wild. Authorities identified Anthony Avocado. Asavada, whatever. Avocado's funnier. Jose Alacran Sanchez, 18 years old. When did they become dangerous? Anderson Dursey Lara, age 25, to a separate road rage shooting in November. Police say Alacran Sanchez had been arrested earlier the same day on an unrelated firearms offense. Wow. Arrested twice in one day. Something tells me you shouldn't be able to be arrested twice in one day. You should probably just be in jail. With misdemeanor firearm offenses. Shooting at cars on a highway. Misdemeanor firearm offenses, huh? Huh? Dursey Lara was charged with 6 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Avocado was released on bond. Alacros Sanchez and Dursey Lara were held on immigration detainers. Immigration detainers. People that shouldn't be here shooting up your highways just for fun. They don't care. They have no value of human life. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. As of police briefing and court filings released on January 29, 2026, federal immigration detainers were lodged for 2 of the defendants and that they are foreign nationals living in the U.S. However, Dallas police refused to honor the retainers. Excuse me? Excuse me? Dallas police refused to honor the retainers and released them anyways. Excuse me? Oh. Really? Excuse me? Huh. Huh. Wild. Who released them? I wonder if they have names and numbers and addresses. Crazy. They pull a Scotty K Fitness on a federal judge. Wild. Wild move. Well, how about a little bit more rage bait? Okay, we're not done yet. We're almost at the 3-hour marks. We have time to slip in just a little bit more rage bait. All right. New aerial footage shows the Grand Blanc Church engulfed in flames after a Reed's Notes Hindu Indian man set it ablaze. Huh. Hindu Indian man. That's strange. I wonder if one of those guys helped write the Constitution. You know, none of these Hindus are mentioned in the framers or anything. Absolutely wild. Thank you, Space Cowboy. I thank you for reminding me. I just noticed that. Thank you for that. I would have forgotten. If it was, you would. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Oh, and Troy are just like, never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows these people are protected and allowed to do things. Just my personal position, it's super easy. You know, it just, if we don't have any Hindu Indians to set churches on fire, we just don't have these problems. It seems to just be, you know, correlation isn't causation or whatever every midwit out there says, but seems to be like there's a certain line, you know, a certain mitigating factors that we could deploy to eliminate this behavior from happening. Okay, I'm just saying. Just saying. What else? What else? No, that should be it for tonight, dudes. That should be it. We're at 3 hours. My brain is fried from playing horse game. I'm gonna go do bench press after this to fight the gay off. Just some Space Cowboy for 5 on Rumble says, how much to get you to play Destiny 2? Same price, 300. Although that would just be a fun stream. So thank you, Space Cowboy. I've never played Destiny. I've never played Destiny 1 or 2. So it could be interesting. Same price though, 300. 300 is the game price. The game price is 300, okay? And then it keeps going up as people actually hit them for some manic reason. Bushmaster for 5 says, if I ever meet Logan, he's going to get what Lenny got in Of Mice and Men. Get him talking about he gets to tend the horses and then get him with the Luger. That's dark. Funny, but dark. Space Cowboy for 5 says it's called Aura Farming John. That's why you run a 1911. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Got a MOG. Got a MOG on the ethnics with your 1911. Everyday American for 5 says, anyone else feel like we've lost and it's just a waiting game at this point? No. Never black pill. I mean, we're still like the majority of the country. People like us, you know, they do their best. That's why the propaganda is so essential to them, right? They wouldn't be trying so hard if they weren't so afraid of what's coming. Right. So, no, I am very optimistic. Very, very optimistic. Thank you, Everyday American. Just Some Space Cowboy says, check Rumble rants. I did. Thank you very much for the generosity over on Rumble. I know I forget, I neglect you guys like my family over on Rumble, but I love the 30 of you that are always there hanging out. Thank you, Space Cowboy. Logan for 2 says, listen to Uma Payo Legend while lifting. Can I play it on stream without getting taken down for copyright? Uma Payo Legend. Please tell. It is. Of course it is. Of course it is, Logan.
Come back to this.
Logan, do you listen to the American version or the Japanese version? No, that's not fire. That's not straight fire. Logan, that's not peak. That's not peak. That's bad. That was bad. That was not a banger. This is not a banger, and I know bangers, all right? Not a banger. Light Sport for 2 says, how much to get a Horus Heresy lore stream? That would be way more fun too, because it would just like, you know, just go find like an hour-long documentary, a 2-hour-long documentary, have it go through the whole thing while we laugh and make jokes the whole time. See, that sounds like that's a real Friday night stream right there, okay? That's like a YouTube movie Friday night type of stream right there, a Horus Heresy lore stream. But realistically, like, I don't know, it's 300, same price. The price is 300 for everything, I guess. Ban Logan. We should just, it gets better. I'm already halfway through the song. Always. So it does not get better. It's just gay. It's just gay, Logan. Richard, what do you got going on? I'm getting out of here. I'm running. I'm running away. I'm running away from the stream. I'm running away from the channel. I'm never coming back. Last stream of all time. The gayest thing you've ever watched.
Well, it looks
Richard,
like I'm taking over the Focus Trip channel then if John's retiring permanently. just hand it over to me. Let's see, what do I have going on? I don't even know what I have on the docket for tomorrow.
Well, I don't know if you can have anything on the docket tomorrow. There's a strike on the second channel, or did we win the appeal?
That's what I'm checking right now. I don't know how they can appeal granted. I don't know how they can manage.
Oh, did they do it again?
Yes.
That's so funny.
So
they struck and unstruck us twice. You just
on
gotta
a
delete
video that was never even made public.
Well, that doesn't matter. That's like I could upload like a porn
but
unlisted, and it would
actually, but you
like,
actually uploaded the stream on the main channel. It's a copy of the stream. That's all.
No,
it is.
I know. It's some automated AI system because it's done that twice. I deleted it. It's gone.
I know.
That's tragic.
I have
Anyway,
no idea
so what do
why
you
it
have
did
coming
that.
out tomorrow?
Let's see here.
EOTech
The
Killer,
video,
the Sentinel. Okay.
Yep, the Sentinel, and there was one other one that I had.
The
going.
Alex Peretti conservatives.
The NFA r/NFA and ambient arms crash out video.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, with all that out of the way, gentlemen, it's almost February, which means I almost have to be forced to make gun videos again. Tragic. But with all that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you watched. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something useful out of that, even if it was just a reinforced hatred of anime and all things anime related. For some reason now, I just want to go out and shoot a horse for no reason. Logan, stop it. Stop spending money to make me listen to this crap. You can hear this, right, Richard?
Unfortunately.
Okay. No, Logan, it's bad. Logan, I'm sorry. You've been ruined. It's just bad. Cody Fisher, this is what going in stage feels like. Real, dude. I've been accosted. I've been bamboozled on this stream, dude. Yeah, Cody says pitchfork video for 5. Thank you. I agree. But with all of that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new intro, which is not cringe music. Have a wonderful night. God bless. Godspeed. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday.
The glamour waking up! Shut it down! Me mom died in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin. Me mom died in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin. Ay, they got slined up by Stalin. For my daddy in a coffin. I'm a Jew, Finkelstein. My uncle, my grandma was lying. Pulled up on me, mom, ayy. Put her in the count, ayy. Told her get a word or be turned into a lamb, ayy. Not in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin. Me mom died in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin. Ay, they got slined up my grandma and my aunt in 1945. They were getting fucked up. Stalin put up on me, pa. Put him in the count, then his op sprayed his ass with the fucking chop. My mom died in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin. Me mom died in a Harley. Me pa was killed by Stalin.